There's a class act.
Hey guys, we're live. We're talking behind the scenes though. We're talking about Ozempic lip, Ozempic hip, Ozempic ribs, Ozempic everything.
Yes, Ozempic. I can't have no alcohol.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. But everybody, thanks. We have Larges here with me and Sebastian Says is here. Everybody, please. I think Erin probably linked everybody's channels, or will she link everybody's channels? And then I will do it at the end to make sure that it stays in the description. If you're listening on the Whose Side Are You On and you don't see me, it's because you're listening to audio. But you can come over here on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday and watch this crazy in person live, because I like to do everything live. I don't know. I feel weird just talking to myself. So that's why we always do these live. But this is Whose Side Are You On podcast, and also Reality with Krista Marie. And it's Friday. And I already did Team Monica this week, but I'm doing it again. But we're doing Salt Lake City and get into Beverly Hills, which I'm like absolutely loving. And I can't believe I'm saying that, but I absolutely love it. So, everybody watch Salt Lake? Sebastian?
Yes, I did watch Salt Lake.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Okay. Now, everybody knows how I feel. So, I'm just going to go to Sebastian first and Lrga. Sebastian, overall, how are you feeling about like Salt Lake right now?
I don't like Lisa. I never liked Lisa from the beginning of this show. She just always came off as I'm better than you and you always have to listen to me. You know, it gives me, no, I don't like Lisa. Meredith, I do like Meredith. This is the episode where Heather and her church choir or whatever that she has. You know, I feel as if these women don't know how to respect people's events and stuff. And like, it's not the moment of time for Angie to be having her little side convo while I think her name was I think it was Lisa who was about to sing something, but she segued that into her saying, "Can I get an amen or whatever?" And then everyone came in. So it was just very immature.
Yes.
Y'all may not like me today,
Okay.
but Monica needs to respect her mother. I understand her childhood and whatever, but the thing is, we're on reality TV and the people don't see your childhood. They're seeing what you're showing them right now. And what you're showing is you're disrespecting your mother. You're making her walk to her house after she left her car. It's just completely rude, Monica. It's completely rude.
She left whose car?
Like when when she came and dropped off the car.
Dropped off Monica's car, you mean?
Well, technically in the name, it's LD's car.
Yeah.
By law, it is LD's car.
Mm-hmm.
LD has said that she's the only one making payments on said car on Twitter.
Really? Oh, she did say that. Okay.
So therefore, it is LD's car, like it or not.
So why would she bring it to her back like that?
Because it is Monica's car, but it's just in LD's name.
So it is Monica. So it can only be one.
It can only be in one person's name by law.
Only one person.
By law, it is LD's
It must
car.
be LD's because Monica did not call the police when her mom took the car.
I mean, I had the same situation, okay? Like way before. My mom was my parents co-signed for my car, and they took it away when I didn't pay for it, right?
Yeah.
But they never, it was always my car. Like I paid like for all the stuff, like leading up to like when I stopped paying for it and all. But like they did take it away from me when I started, like I don't know, that part just when I didn't have kids. So when LD took the car from her, Sebastian, that's when she lost me,
Yeah.
Yes, that was wrong. I'm not saying it wasn't wrong, but also last time I checked, this wasn't a co-signature car. This was LD's car, point blank, period. It only said LD's name. And I agree with Erin. Her mom did tell her she was coming, and she did have a lot of kids there. She couldn't just leave. Well, that car, by the size of it, she could have brought all the kids in the car to drop her mother off. She could have had her daughter drive her mother. But no, she made her mother walk.
Do we know how far of a walk it is?
I don't think it was far. And you're right, Sebastian. Treat your mom right. Honor thy mother and father that your days may be long. It's written, it's biblical. It's biblical. If you treat your parents right regardless, then you'll be right regardless. That's what it is, and that's my translation of that Bible verse. And when you're an adult dealing with another adult who is completely dysfunctional, disrespectful, and lacks boundaries, it's your prerogative to establish healthy boundaries, respect yourself enough to keep those boundaries, and speak up for yourself, regardless of who it is once you're an adult. And still with the respect in mind that, oh, you're my mom. And to me, Monica's treatment of her mother, she never yells at her. She didn't
Mm-mm.
call her mom a MFer. She
Nope.
didn't call her mom a B.
Nope.
She didn't raise her voice to her mom.
Nope.
She sat there. She was very respectful. She let her go up one side, down the other, off the long cliff, down the gorge, everything. Sat there, took it, and then got up and went out to her rent-a-car. So I feel like she did respect her mom as much as she could as an adult in that situation. And her mom, actually, at this point, is more wrong because her mom has had more years to develop a personality and a healthy personality at her expense instead of waiting to get to her daughter to be like, let's go to therapy. No, bitch, take yourself to therapy because you know you're messed up. So for you to come over here and try to make it a us thing, no, you go to therapy and then come back here with your new tools on how to be a better human instead of always testing me and triggering me. That's not fair to come to an adult daughter and treat her like that, especially with her 4 kids, especially playing these freaking games. And I know me, you, and Emmanuel said one time, like, I was like, are they playing in our faces? Because how could
Yeah.
she not know that her and her mom were going to interact like this on TV? And if they were going to interact like this on TV, then why would you bring your mama on TV to interact with her like this unless you wanted everything you were about to get? So to me, I'm like, okay, well, maybe they were having a good relationship now. Is my thing doing a little echo? Is that me?
No, you're good. I don't hear one.
Oh, okay. Maybe my thing was doing a good, maybe they were in a good place when she signed her contract and her mom had been being really nice. And so she's like, okay, mom, I signed this contract. You're going to be part of it with my family. And her mom is probably like, okay, I got you, enough to be on TV. But then the
Right.
first scene she got in at Angie's house, she showed whose side she was on. And it wasn't Monica's. So
And
if my daughter, if my mom, if I brought my mom on a reality show and the first scene that she's in with the other people on the cast, she doesn't have my back regardless, just based off of me being your blood daughter, you need to have my back right now, period. And if you don't, then just STFU, mom. But no, her mom wanted a moment because she saw Angie's dad and was flirting with that fool, decided her daughter was worth sacrificing for these strangers' appearance because she didn't understand what the whole story was. If Angie didn't want the problem at her Easter dinner, Angie shouldn't have brought it up at her Easter dinner. That's where I am with it. But I totally get what Sebastian is saying because I'm all about respecting your parents. And as an adult, you need respect too.
I agree with respecting your parents, and everything, but I think that she brought. I have an echo, don't I?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Why do I have an echo? Hello? Oh, that's better. I feel like she brought her mom on the show because I think that this is her last effort to fix the relationship with her mom. Like maybe I was thinking maybe because I thought the same thing. Why would you bring her on knowing how toxic it is, right? But I feel like she maybe thought if she brought her on the show, it would be a different environment. It'll be something they can watch back together and be like, oh man, I really am an asshole. And really, I am this, I am that, And like, nobody has to be right or wrong, right? Like, Monica doesn't have to be wrong and her mom doesn't have to be wrong. They just might not know how to communicate their feelings towards each other. And Monica has like trauma from when she was 12 years old. Now, I know that we're not supposed to be talking about the past, but it's very much relevant now in the way that they interact with each other. But they've tried therapy before. That's where I was like, you know what? Then I think if her mom's showing up like that, definitely wants to be a housewife. I feel like she doesn't want to be her mother. She wants to be a housewife. Because if she wanted to be her mother, she would have gotten therapy. She would have left that day, disappeared, and got therapy to fix herself. And even if she's faking it, use your 15 minutes and pretend to love your daughter. Or you know what I'm saying? Like, you came there saying all the stuff like, oh, let's do this therapy. We're going to break the cycle and blah, blah, blah. No, you just wanted to have a moment. You want to be on the show, and you think going to therapy is going to get you on the show. Because her mom really told her to get over it. Her mom said she doesn't give a shit. She told her that last time. So if her mom really cared that day that she walked home or whatever she had to do, she would have disappeared instead of going on social media and destroying her own daughter and calling her a liar and telling her how she's supposed to feel and she's supposed to, get over what happened when she was 12 years old. 12 years old in a different state, a different school with no parents after your dad's already left you at 4 years old. Okay. So I really do believe, yes, there's like that generational issue, like they have to break the curse somehow. I think Monica is, there's my bestie. Right? I think Monica is because she's with her daughter. She's not allowing this toxic stuff to go on in front of her daughters any longer. Because we already know that the oldest daughter has issues. Like she already said, like she gets nervous when the grandmom shows up because she's been watching this for so long. But yeah, I mean, you have to respect your parents. But I mean, what if Ted Bundy was your mom or your dad? I'm just saying. I'm not saying she's Ted Bundy, but like I feel like she doesn't have the right to call herself her mother because she didn't mother her. She left her. I mean, that's how I feel anyway. And I also feel, okay, if we want to get into like the Heather Gay stuff. Now, as far as Heather Gay and the Beauty Lab stuff, like where are you guys with that? Like,
You mean the suit?
Yeah, Heather coming up with the $3,000 that Monica supposedly owes her, which I'm sure she owes it to her. It's only $3,000 though.
Mm-hmm. That didn't come up this episode though, right?
Huh?
That
not
didn't
yet,
come up.
Not yet.
Okay. Well,
no.
Hey, if Monica had already put in the suit and said, if Monica really did make a complaint that she had inadequate service or some type of botched something, if she has those receipts, then I'm pro Monica. I mean, if you're a business owner, if I only have to pay for what you did right. That's what I said.
I think you can have the money to pay it.
It depends on not like that, Lrga. It's not. It don't work. Oh, if you only did it right.
I go to She by Sheree School of Financial. Okay,
no,
if you didn't do it right, you're not getting paid.
You should not go by She by Sheree School
Sheen
of
by
Financial.
Sheree. Sheen by Sheree, guys. Sheen by
Okay, this is what happens.
Okay.
When you do these little cosmetic procedures, you sign waivers, you sign things in the event that said certain thing won't work out.
True.
So you have to pay in said event. And if not, this is where you go to court.
True.
And the fact that Monica is not paying, which is why Heather is bringing her to court.
Why don't you just ask her for it? It's $3,000. You're on a reality TV show. You know that the press is going to eat you alive over this. Monica,
probably she did ask, and Monica said, no, I don't feel like I got what I wanted. And that's why it's gotten to the point of going to a suit.
What if we find out they were in a rush that day and Monica didn't sign that paper?
I think that she just didn't have doesn't have the money or didn't have the money at the time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Does she have a lawyer?
And she just, like she probably liked the way, the procedures.
But does she have a lawyer?
I don't know. I could be her lawyer.
My thing is, I don't think that she had the money either, Krista. I really don't. I think she purposely did this. She was like, oh, it's just Heather. I won't pay.
Or like, I don't have, it's like food or rent or a car.
We gotta get the timeline right too. Didn't this happen last season when she was hanging out with Jen? This isn't from this season. Didn't this all get filed last season? Because I saw something where that call that Heather got when Jen got put away.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was on a payment plan, was having trouble paying it, and then decided to do. That's what Joanne put in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, she was on a payment plan, having trouble, and then decided to sue. Or maybe she decided to pay what she felt like she got. And
You
then they
can't
asked her
do
for some
that.
more,
I
and she
honestly think
decided
she
to
didn't
sue
have the
him,
money.
so she wouldn't have to pay.
I honestly think she didn't have the money because, like, she is a single mom. I know they get paid half and half or something. She probably didn't get paid yet, right, from the season when this happened. So I just feel like Heather, I don't know. In the end, no matter how it worked out, it's obvious she probably didn't have the money. She probably decided to pay her rent or a new car, or you know what I mean. She probably had to do
You know
something.
what? Why couldn't
Yeah.
Heather, who just bought her new house and is obviously high on the hog, why can't she just gift it to Monica as a new housewife so you can advertise for my product or what I do at my lab and then work it out like that?
That's not how it works. You don't just gift things to people who come into your business like that. Like,
but if you're a house,
it could be.
I just think making it that big of a deal in the press is Heather's way. I think it's ridiculous for $3,000. I do. It's a lot of money, but it's not a lot of money to them.
So is Heather suing her? I'm Googling it.
I have the thing. It's Heather's bringing it up now. I only see like Heather's
Heather Gay.
Yeah, Heather
or
2,900 or something.
It's Heather Gay.
But back up a little bit. Now this isn't on the episode, but it's going to be, right? So I said this the other night, and now I thought this was the episode, but when they do that season trailer thing or whatever they have, so when she picks up that big reveal, all that is what we already know. We know that Monica was last year when all those recordings were coming out about Jen Shah screaming at her assistants and everything, and like all that stuff was being leaked. That was Monica, okay? And like Dana Wilkie said this a long time ago. Like she was sending them to Dana. Like Dana knew along. Like I didn't think it was a secret, but anyway, they find that out. And they get mad at Monica, right? Mm-hmm. But my thing is, Monica was working for Jen Shah. Hires Monica, right, as her assistant. Mm-hmm. Monica's a single mother of 4, like newly single, whatever the whole thing. Probably thinks she's going to get paid. Has no idea she's working for some fraudulent whore. Oh, sorry, a fraudulent person.
Ooh.
And I just sent you the timeline, you guys.
Okay. Is it so?
It started in 20.
What year is it? Was it before she was working for Shah?
May 20. It goes all the way back to
because Monica's
beautiful. May 13th. Unclear why Heather waited to file until August.
Monica's a pretty girl. Why is she getting cosmetic procedures anyway?
Looks beautiful.
August 14th, 2022 is when this happened.
So it was like when Jen Shah was already in prison. It seems like, yeah, almost just about.
No way. It's going okay. Wait. The incident itself in the article I just sent you, you go down to where Brad says. The other thing is that the incident itself happened in 2019 before Real Housewives of Salt Lake City even premiered. To quote, Monica contracted to get cosmetic injections on December 20th, 2019. She agreed to pay $24.49 for the treatment. Her unpaid balance is $2,000. Aren't injections usually paid for by hand? Beforehand, Brad said no. She paid $499, a $400 down payment, and a $49 setup fee. And then she was supposed to have a payment of $200 per month after that to pay the balance. She filed a lawsuit for $2,000. Does seem a little personal, but not valid if it was something Monica agreed to pay. And they're like, yeah, it's personal. A month after, Beauty Labs sued Monica for the remaining $2,000. She countersued on September 13th. Monica claimed that she owes nothing because they made an oral accord. She said there was damage to her nose and lips, and she had to go get it fixed somewhere else. According to Monica, Beauty Lab offered to fix whatever it did wrong, but again, allegedly, she didn't want him to touch her again. So she went somewhere else to have it fixed. And that's why she shouldn't have to pay, because they had an oral agreement.
Okay. All right. Well,
that's the thing. Oral agreements.
Yeah. The judge doesn't care
unless they're recorded. It becomes into she says, she says.
Listen,
unless there's actual proof and evidence of said oral agreement.
Right. Well, listen, that makes sense then, because that's around the same time that she was Jen Shah's assistant and expecting to get paid, right? So instead of paying said assistant, Monica, She decides to ask her to be a fraud, tried to get her to commit fraud for $600,000. A single mother of 4 who's expecting it to get paid. She's like in this whole situation. She's got no job, she's got 4 kids. She's obviously trying to keep up some kind of life. Anyway, she's under the assumption she's going to get paid by Jen Shah. So of course she's going to make all kinds of like agreements here. I'll pay you then. Yeah, she works for me. I'll make sure she gets paid, Heather. As she's talking shit on every single one of them to Monica. Where do you think all the information comes from? So anyway, so then of course, if that bill, or like you have your light bill or your rent bill, if Jen Shah is screwing you over, not paying you, then you're screwed there. She's got no money. So I mean, Heather's the last person I'm thinking about paying my face bill when I have no money and I find out I'm going to be and you know I have to. This girl's fraudulent. She asks me to become a fraud. So right, so. Monica, at this point, if she wanted to be fraudulent, she could have when Jen Shah was around, because she said, no, you know, that sounds shady. Oh my God, this chick's a criminal and she's probably not going to pay me. I got to go tell somebody. Tells her friend. Her friend says, oh God, no, she's under investigation. Get away from her. Okay, well, now you're screwed over for money. The girl, you're supposed to be her assistant. And she tries to get you to commit fraud. So that's not a friend right there at all. Your boss tries to get, okay, so you don't do that. Of course, you're not going to pay Heather's bill. Okay.
She was married at the time, guys.
Hey, she was probably having an affair. I mean, she was having the affair, right? Something was up.
The reason the rest of the article is really intriguing. When you guys read it, it's like OMG.
I think
the only reason we know about this now is because on November 7th of this year, Monica amended her complaint in court to say that the beauty lab's complaint was made because of personal animosity of Heather towards Monica.
Exactly.
And the thing is, did you know that Heather didn't know this was the Monica that was in the lawsuit
the
beginning? Heather did not know this was the Monica.
That's why she gets all like, she also doesn't know. She finds it, and she also finds out that she was the one that was leaking all that stuff too, I think. So that's when she, all that, and she goes like, you know, the mid-season trailer, Sebastian, that's probably when she finds out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I mean, is it really that big of a deal? Like, how did you not know? You literally.
Well, there's Monica Garcia is not that really of an uncommon name.
Look at her feet. You don't know what she looks
even like. Fowler, they said that she was a patient as Fowler.
Did you see her face, Heather? Did you not recognize her?
Right, that part.
Well, maybe Heather wasn't the one who. Maybe Heather wasn't at Beauty Lab and Laser that day.
You have issues with somebody. If you own Beauty Lab and somebody's complaining about your services, I'd want to look at the face, because you take before and afters, right? There's no effing way that Heather did not know. That's impossible. Just like she didn't know that she was that this is the girl that had the affair with her brother-in-law and the bishop found out. I'm just saying. Listen, Heather gets mad at Monica for I don't know, not telling them that she was that Monica, and that she was literally releasing all them things on Jen Shah. Why are we mad at that? Jen Shah actually was screaming at her assistants. She actually did commit crimes. She did try to get this girl to commit another crime. She did not pay her. Why would you get mad at Monica and then go bring up this lawsuit saying, like, you get mad at Monica because you find out that's that Monica. Oh my God, she must be a fraud. Listen, she would not be on a case to go in a federal court against somebody else if she had any kind of fraud. They do full background checks, DNA, everything. There's nothing to find. All she did was change her last name a couple of times because her mom gave her one name. Her dad had another name. Her husband had this name. I don't know who. I don't know. She's on mine. She followed me the other day, and it's Monica Nicole Garcia. And I had to make sure. I'm like, guys, I was so excited. I was seeing if it was her. I feel like inbred.
They're trying to get her demoted to a friend of.
Why?
By refusing to film with her.
That doesn't make any sense, because she literally was honest from day. I don't know. I feel like she was honest about her life from day one. It's not my fault.
They always hate the real ones. That's what they did to Candace. But the only thing is, like, I agree with Candace. Like, I want the people to be a housewife when they are on the show. I would like that, unless they need to change these names and get honest with me. This is called the Housewives. Don't bring on exes. Come on, just bring me a housewife, even if you don't have any kids. Like, I'm not sure why they keep doing this to themselves, but or it could be called ex-housewives or something like that, or houses and exes, or wives and exes of this city, or something like that, because she doesn't have the prerequisite of being a housewife. However, she was straight up authentic, told on herself before the people could tell on her.
Right.
And I appreciate that about a
Me too.
person.
Me
She
too.
gave us more than Whitney's ever given us, even with the body paint porn. And she's given us more than Lisa's ever given us, even with her tequila.
I have to go,
And
guys. I have to go, guys. I
Bye.
have
okay, have fun in class.
Bye.
You're in class?
No, it's online. I'm in college, but like I'm taking an online class.
This is something I said.
No. I'm not in class at the moment, but I'm going to go to class right now.
Okay.
Bye.
See you later. Yeah, he had said when he got in the back that he
Okay.
had till 9:45.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what if you check her story? Because she had to have a background check to be on that case against Jen Shaw if she didn't have plead. If Jen didn't plead not guilty, they were all ready to go against her. Like they were all sitting ready on the sidelines, ready to testify. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So they would have done a background check on her. If she had any kind of fraud in her background, it's just Heather trying to think of something to be mad at her about. Because
Yeah, I think so. I actually think so, because I actually am starting to think, because Heather is so far between the cheeks of Lisa's flat ass, that she is like, oh, I want Lisa to like me so much, and Lisa's totally off Monica. So what better person to get Monica through than with Heather, by having her go through with this suit? Because Heather is the one that could have just let it go. She's the business owner. She could have did a bad debt write-off and still got paid for it. You know what I'm saying? So it's Heather who's dragging this out. It's Heather who is doing all this, because as the business owner, Heather has the control of where this goes right now. She filed the suit initially.
Yep.
All Monica did was answer. And then she answered again, which is why we found out about it. Now they're trying to conflate the story that not only did she not pay this bill, but she stole the ring, when Heather was again the only one in the stall next to Lisa at the time.
She stole the
Monica
ring.
wasn't even in the bathroom, you guys.
That is insanity to me. Oh my gosh.
Heather was literally up on the toilet in the stall adjacent to the missing ring, but you guys want to blame Monica.
And guess who stole it? Yeah, they also stole Giselle, and remember they stole Giselle's bottle too. Whitney and Heather stole Giselle's
Whitney
bottle.
and Heather did that too. Exactly.
Yes. So come
and
on.
let everybody else in the house, let Candace get blamed. Let Candace and Giselle almost come to blows over a bottle of tequila. And they just sat there and snickered.
It made her seem like she was a thief. Had her called a thief on camera. That's what they want. Now listen.
That's what they want. That's their personality.
Monica's mom is out there. Her mom is out there telling everybody all these stories about her daughter. Like, come on. Like, these people should take a look at this and be like, her mother is out of her mind. If she really loved her daughter, she would have went away and got therapy like she said she wanted. Because I really believe Monica does want to have a relationship with her mother, or a mother that's not her. You know, like, what did you think about? Oh my God, Mary gave me life. She's giving me life again.
Oh my gosh, that was the best scene. I need more Mary, everything. That was only 10 minutes of Mary, not enough.
That was so great. Her house is.
She said she walked in her house and she was like, "Oh, this is so nice." And then what did she say? Willy Wonka chairs or something else like that.
About Willy Wonka comes out of the house for chocolate.
And she does have a Mad Hatter stylist, huh? Looked like the tea at the Mad Hatter's lunch.
I know. But she looked beautiful. Mary looked really pretty.
She did.
She looked beautiful. Like, I like her with lighter hair.
Me too.
And she's got, and I just thought it was hilarious how she thought, I guess Heather thought they were really friends. I don't know. Like, it's she's like, let Mary try to be somebody's friend because she's so hard for her to say it.
Right.
It hurts her.
I don't know. I don't feel like Mary and Heather will ever really be, but that scene and the scene with Whitney, I feel like they missed a real opportunity to have these ladies who went on a smear campaign of this lady. They still, like, they're shallow on top. I didn't really say, I'm sorry, we're just going to move on. But they want her to apologize to them. That was maddening.
I know.
To me.
I know.
I'm like, and that just doesn't make any sense. How dare they have that scene and not and let Whitney off the hook without even so much as an apology before she starts doing fake,
I
oh,
know.
well, you hurt my feelings too, but she only did stuff to you
And
after,
yes.
after. They
Yep.
pretend like we didn't witness what they did.
I know.
And it's just crazy. I don't care if you got to stay on the show a season without her. I still remember you ladies doing that to her.
Yeah.
But it's always the response that's the problem, huh?
And
That's
then
always the problem. Is
and
my
then
response to what you just did to me.
and with social media took it, and with social media, with everybody, the one person too, there's people
Yeah.
that took that information and just, I mean, they did everything they could to almost literally destroy her, and they couldn't do
Yeah.
shit, and they couldn't do
Like
anything.
they were trying to make a case for the
Yeah.
feds, have everything lined up in a
Oh
cute
my
little
god.
vlog
Like, who
so
do
that
you
they
think
can
you
help get
are?
Mary's church taken away
Oh
and
my
get her
god.
in trouble for nothing.
I
You
cou-
know?
I was like, this is ridiculous. I can't watch this anymore. This is ridiculous.
It was so ridiculous. And so it was
Unsubscribe.
then at that scene, she's thinking you're just going to come in my house and
Yeah,
sit down and not apologize to me.
I
And then
know.
you're going to be like, oh, did you really think I was inbred? Yeah, bitch. You
You
look inbred. And I don't lie.
she
She's still
actually
telling you. She's just called Heather an inbred again three
yeah.
times in her face in that conversation. She
Yep.
said, yes, I do think you look inbred.
Yep.
I don't lie. I told you
Yeah.
the truth.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. Like, I was mad at first at Mary, but she's coming back. She's having
Yeah.
sits down with each one of them. She told Whitney how she felt, right?
Hmm.
She's telling Heather how she's actually taking the opportunity on camera to sit down with each one of them and see if they were. I feel like she was expecting an apology for last season and not saying it, but like, I don't fucking blame her actually for having to sit down with all these ladies and being equally as ignorant, because not one of them, you're right, has said one thing to Mary. But
Exactly.
when he didn't even apologize.
Exactly. You're about to get whatever I give you.
So yeah, and Lisa LB, you gotta go. You are not important in this entire thing with Monica, because Angie has forgiven Monica.
Uh-huh.
Why the hell does Lisa care? Why is it bothering
Exactly.
her so badly that she lost her effing mind 4 times over it?
Yeah. Well, you know what it reminds me of? Okay, so you know how they keep trying to say that Meredith tries to get people on her side and
Meredith.
doesn't want you hanging out with people unless she says you can hang out with people, and she's a puppet master and tries to get everybody over there and da 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 da. But they're the ones saying it, but they're the only ones that actually we see do it. She literally tries to drag Angie away. She's literally
Oh,
making Angie choose. She's literally manipulating Angie, saying, well, I don't really care, but acting like
I
she cares, to the degree that Angie is now, okay, I'm with you.
confused.
I won't talk to her anymore.
I know. It's like literally like I don't know what's it when you like side with your captor, when you start to like you get attached.
Stockholm.
Yeah, Stockholm
Yeah.
syndrome. I mean, it's like, oh my god, Angie went from, she felt so bad. I mean, she understands that the abusive relationship with the mother. She's
Hmm.
trying to be her friend. She understood. She got her a book. She's forgiven her. We've forgotten it was Meredith that brought up the husbands.
Yeah.
Her and her freaking oh my god, her podcast. Oh god. Um. Okay, we are so past it, Lisa. So
Right.
Lisa has no excuse. She's like screaming to Whitney about
Hmm.
it, trying to explain to
Screaming.
Whitney. She's screaming
And the
about,
whole time she
yeah, the
says,
whole
I
time.
don't care.
I don't
I really, it's
care.
no big deal. But she's been talking about it for like the whole episode.
I know, it's like,
Even
I
to
wonder,
her
I
husband, to
understand.
anybody who will listen, to the lady at her book signing, to the prison party, to the freaking tiki torches,
Oh my
to the
god.
roller skate man. She's
Yes,
talking about it everywhere.
yes, still. The Easter brunch, everything. And it's like, I don't understand, Lisa. Like, I feel like telling her to go home, wash your makeup off. That confessional is disgusting. That confessional is hideous. Stop it.
She is like the filter queen. On
Oh
her
god.
Instagram, we can't see
Yeah,
any of the wrinkles we see every day.
I know. Listen, I was like, it's given Lisa's given me life for how stupid she's acting. It's
Yeah,
really given me life because this is the third time she's acted like a total asshole on camera. And
yeah.
The Trixie stuff, that was a complete shit show. Her acting like, oh, I don't want to get, the makeup. And then, fighting with literally telling Monica, or no, telling abusers when they're supposed to, when they're abused and when they're not. You're not allowed to, there's a time limit on when you're supposed to care about it, Lisa, according to Lisa.
Right.
The world, according to Lisa. Angie's not allowed to forgive anybody. Because
No,
Lisa's mad about it.
because all Mormons know forgiveness is a sin.
But I know. And she sells tequila, but I'm like, oh wow, this is great. I loved it. I mean, I hated it. I was annoyed, but I loved it because I'm like, Lisa, just keep acting like this. Like, just keep acting stupid. And then tell Monica, I'm glad you're not your mother. Like, what did she say? Something like, your own mother doesn't even want you, or something like that. She made a real ignorant comment like that. Out of all the shit that she said, I can, like, all the white noise comes out of Lisa's mouth about Monica. But when she said that, I was like, she said something like, I'm with your mother, something along the lines of something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Lisa, that's too far. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but she's such a good Mormon. She's the perfect Mormon. That's how they all act at her church.
She's just a dumbass. I mean,
she is such a good Mormon with her strapless stuff and being so forgiving and compassionate and kind. Oh, I hope the next one that comes to my door is just as nice.
Do you think that they all did they not all go to the same church? Like, well, I guess not.
No, because she goes in New York where they have a stripper pole, and when you go to the ones in Utah, they don't have stripper poles.
I was like,
just being funny. I'm just being funny.
No, I know. I'm thinking I just like, I don't, because Lisa, I realized they're not even really from Utah anyway. They're not even from Utah. I thought they all went to the same church. I just thought, I don't know.
Wait, what? You going to fill up for Peter Pan? Yeah, they're going to fill up for Peter Pan. Okay, Corey just got here.
Hey, Corey.
Yeah, so Lisa, she's not very nice. She's just not a nice person, not even to her older husband. Who's just he's just happy that he has somebody to smell in the house, I guess, because I'm not sure if they actually ever finish a conversation before she says, "Oh, just a minute," and then all he hears is "D D D D D D D D."
And he's like, "Well, yeah,
yeah," and then he just stalks off over there. It's kind of sad. It's a little sad.
No one wants to be your mother. Oh my God, that's awful.
Clearly, and then she added a clearly, Mimir.
Clearly, wow.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Because that's exactly what you say to somebody who's obviously going through pain.
I mean, Jesus, Lisa, your own son. I mean, her. Look, I want to say, Lisa, your son doesn't like. Your son says, "I'm nothing like you." People like.
Yeah.
Son wants to be.
And didn't tell you that he's about to leave you.
Yeah.
Didn't tell you he was about to leave you till 6 weeks before he had to go.
He can't wait to get the F out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
the same way I am with Lisa. As soon as she's on the screen, I can't wait till she's gone.
I know. And somebody just said, could you imagine her without makeup? No, I'd like to see her without makeup. I really would. I mean, look, I don't look like a beauty queen without makeup. I mean, I think I look pretty hot now, but like when I take off my makeup, it's only you guys.
Oh, you do look hot now. You definitely look hot now.
Thank you.
I like your dark hair.
Thank you. Yeah. But yeah. Oh God, Meredith did anybody ask them about their marriage, or did anybody ask for a podcast about Meredith and Seth's life and their marriage?
No, and I think that's why they gave it to us, because nobody was asking.
It was you, Lrga, wasn't it? You asked for it. I
did DM her and tell her I wanted to hear more from her and Seth. And I guess this is her response. It's all and I liked it. I thought that was such a beautiful scene, but she didn't even record it. And I was like, good thing the 8th housewife is there. You'll still have the recording for them.
I was like, oh, well, just use this part. I mean,
yeah, that's what I said too.
I was like, wait, I'm like, she was using Squadcast. I had that before. And yeah, that's like, it's kind of, I don't know what she was doing. Weren't you getting literally like, it was getting me like, I was getting anxious. I'm like, you need a room, you need a table. Can you please, you're giving me goddamn anxiety holding the goddamn phone like that. And
that was like, hilarious.
I know. Hilarious. I was like, oh my God, please, Meredith, please tell me this is not what you're doing. I'm like, you're giving me anxiety. Please go get a laptop. I'm like, and then I'm like, what are you guys talking about? I'm like, wait a minute, you're having therapy? You guys are having therapy?
Yeah. I thought that was a really touching scene though. And I thought Seth actually went deep And I don't know. I mean, and for him to be able to muster those
Yeah.
tears,
Oh yeah, that was
that
great.
I even almost cried. I was like, isn't that, I turned to my
Really?
husband, I said, isn't that sweet? He's like, don't stop.
Listen,
It's like,
because
oh
he's
my
clueless.
gosh.
He wasn't clueless. Meredith made that up for the show. Remember? It was like my husband were having problems. It was like
Yeah,
her and Seth were having problems. So they had so he's like, oh my God, really? Like he was, I'm telling you, these husbands are clueless that they're part of the
they
story.
are. They
It's
are.
like
I have some,
Sean too.
yeah,
Sean's like, this
but
bitch is using me as a storyline. Oh my God, she knows it. Right in my
she,
face.
Seth has what a lot of men
What?
have. There's different types of archetypes, right?
What do you think he is?
So he's the provider archetype.
Well,
And so he
that's
thought
my opinion.
that as long as I'm getting you these things and we're able to have this life, that's
Yeah,
all I need to do. And I had a friend like that. And I was like,
yeah.
oh my God, he put your name on the deed. Your name is on all the cars. He even know where all the safe combinations are. You guys are living large. That kid has a classic Porsche. That one has a boat. This one has that one, all for the future, and all this stuff. And he was busy getting all that stuff for them, and she was out cheating on him any chance she could get, because what he wasn't giving her was attention.
And
What he
emotional,
wasn't giving her was intimacy. What he
right?
wasn't was emotionally available. What he wasn't was had a clue, because he would be so tired from providing for them and
Ooh.
trusting that that's all he needed to do, that when the next dude came through and was like, oh, she would explain it as, oh yeah, you remember so and so from my past. I went to college with him, and
Oh,
they want to go to this concert. Is it okay if I go to the concert with so and so? And he'd be like, oh yeah, trying to be the cool husband,
yeah.
and let them go on fake dates. He would even call it, oh yeah, you could go ahead and take my wife on a date. And they ended up smashing, and he ended up getting left for the one that would take his wife on the date all the time, while he was busy providing for this woman who needed more than just your dollars. So the moral of the story is that Seth, like a lot of men, end up finding out that providing is an inclusive kind of thing that
Yeah.
extends beyond a roof over my head and money in my bank account.
But do you think that it's when she moved to Utah to be on the show? I think that
Yes,
they
she
were
did.
expecting that,
She
and
did.
they were expecting to be a part. So he was just like still doing his job. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So it's like I feel like he didn't have a choice because he's like, oh shit, live in Utah. Well, I work in Ohio. We live in Ohio.
And then
Okay,
that's the thing. If you're not from that state, why do you use a transplant? They didn't have a Meredith already in Utah,
I
like
know.
somebody who had dusty jewelry sitting around and likes
Oh
feathers
God,
and sateen.
I
Like,
know.
I'm not sure.
Like, yeah, it's just worse. It gets worse every week. I'm like,
Yeah.
can you please
I mean,
clog your nose?
between the nasal of Meredith and the base of
I know.
Lisa, I'm not sure where we are.
I know. I'm confused. I have to like. I'm like, could you imagine? Never mind. I can't imagine her speaking. I
And then
can't.
for them to pump up freaking Lisa and tell her she sounds like Beyonce.
Oh my God! Why was she singing anyway? I thought it was a joke. Was it a joke? It was a joke,
I
right? It was
thought it was a joke. I was like,
not
is
Christmas.
this a joke? It
It's
has
not.
to. I even thought it was a joke when they put her song up against Candace for best song of a Bravo celebrity. I was like,
I
this
know.
has to be a joke.
It has to be. I can't believe she actually sang it. I was like,
Yeah,
oh my God, she. And then I realized once the choir came in that it wasn't a joke. I was like, wait,
yeah. They really wanted to
how does that
immortalize her
why
as the
though?
most non-Beyonce Beyonce of life.
But she's not like for a book signing or was it a book? What was
Yeah, it
it?
was a book signing. It was the accumulation, she said, of her book tour. So she had already been everywhere else and was
Oh,
finishing it off in Utah at home with all the other bad Mormons in her city.
I mean, is she a Mormon or not? I'm confused. Is she just a bad
That's
one?
what, and you know what? She's kind of like, she has buyer's remorse.
Yeah. Right.
So
Yeah.
how are you so torn still? Like, you wrote a whole book called Bad Mormon, and now we find out after 2 years of this title that what it really means isn't that she was a bad Mormon, it's that she feels like a bad Mormon.
Right. She's considered a bad Mormon.
Right.
But she's
But she's still jealous of other people who
yeah.
get to be considered bad Mormons, but included in the Mormonism.
I thought I was confused. I'm like, I don't know if she's traumatized or she wants to be back. Like, I
I
don't.
think she would love to be back because that's all she knows. But now she said so much that
Oh,
you
yeah,
can't
yeah,
go
yeah,
back. It's just like when Nene called him a racist. You can't go
yeah,
back. You
yeah,
called
yeah,
it a cult. You wrote a book. You did
yeah.
all of this. You showed your ass. Your whole slip is showing, Heather. And now you want to come back in the church. You know we only allow shoulders in the church.
I know, I know. I mean, it's. I mean, especially since she was sleeping with like she was sleeping with men on camera, like not on camera, but she was sleeping with men last year. Like, you know what I mean? She did
Yeah.
all the non. She was drinking from sun up to sundown.
Well,
Heather,
Heather, Lisa gets to make tequila and drink it, you guys. Hey,
yeah, and
and
sell
she's
it.
still considered a Mormon.
I know. And she's. I mean, apparently, I guess like. Mm, but
That's what
Whitney,
I'm
for
saying.
Christ's sake,
Like,
poor Whitney, she gets like, what did she get excommunicated for having an affair? And then I guess Justin did too. But then Monica gets excommunicated because she had an affair, but the other guy didn't get excommunicated. Like, it's
right,
crazy. Like,
right. It's weird how they decide. It's
I don't
very.
understand. I'm just
I
like,
like things when it's one way for everybody, so there's no confusion. We're all
yeah,
gonna get kicked out for an affair, great. We all gonna get kicked out for showing our shoulders, great. But if I'm only gonna get kicked out on Tuesdays for having an affair, then I'll wait till Tuesday.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, like I can praise my higher power from home. I don't have to go into any place where somebody's dressed up. If I don't have to do all that, like I can praise my
Hmm.
higher power from home. I can like naked on my pole. You know, I have a pole
Yeah.
upstairs. So
You
I can
can pray on your stripper
praise
pole,
my
you guys.
right there.
You can
Yeah.
talk to God on your stripper
Yes.
pole in the suit he gave you, and God
Yes.
loves you just as much as if you get dressed
Exactly.
in your Sunday
Yep.
finest and go to a building and have somebody preach to you.
And
God
that's
loves
all
you the
dressed
same.
up. Yeah.
God loves you the same. Trust me. I
Exactly.
know. I
Like
talk to him all the time. He told me he loves all y'all. He
I
told me
know.
he
I
loves
was.
the stupid
I was
ones, the
trying
smart
to.
ones, the pretty ones, and the ugly ones.
I
He
know.
loved the fat ones, the white ones, the high ones, the tall ones, the low ones, the under ones, the ones that are here, the ones that left. God loves us all. All
The
right.
plants, the cats, the plants, everything. We're all.
Yes, yes. He thinks about this the
I mean,
oxygen
look
we
at all the
need.
stress that they go through just because that just over listen, all of that over just like think about over the religion having being that religion, like knowing that you can do all that from him. You don't have to go through all this to like
Right.
it makes me sad that they go through all this just to
Hmm.
praise the Lord. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I
it's
totally get you. Because
so crazy.
I was raised very kind of dogma, and I went to all parochial schools, you guys, till 1984. And then
Mhm.
they released me the same year that Colors came out. Remember that movie Colors? And I had to
Yeah.
go to public school that same year. It was crazy. And I was so sheltered, and I thought that's what it took. And then you get out in the world and you test all their theories, and then you find out all that it's really about is your personal connection to
Yes,
your higher power.
yes.
That's all it's about.
Yep. It's crazy. Catholic school, I went to all that. I went through all the crap. I had to go through all the CCD, and I'm like, and I was
Yeah,
miserable. And then when I realized I don't have to do all that, I was like, oh my God. But like, I
right,
feel bad watching them. I'm like, so then they can, so then I'm thinking they don't go to church anymore, or they feel like they can't praise the Lord just because they can't go to church. And I'm like,
hmm,
but you can. I
you
don't know.
can.
Anyway, we know that, but
Yeah,
that's not
we know
different.
that.
I was going to talk about Beverly Hills, but I'm still mad about Monica and the fact that they're mad at her for
Hmm.
the Jen Shaw stuff when Jen Shaw was the actual criminal.
Right.
How are you? Because I really believe that's why Heather decided to, let's talk about, bring up the $3,000 bill and make her look bad. But I also think her mom is perpetuating, oh, look into her past and do this and do that. Like any
Hmm.
little thing she did wrong, her own mother is out putting that shit out in the press. The same
Didn't her
way
mom say her name was Lisa Fowler in that episode when they were at
calling
dinner?
her Monica Denise or something something.
She
Monica
called her.
Denise like delay or something like that. She's like, why did you just say
Okay.
that? And she
Right.
knew it. She said it on purpose.
Right.
I didn't realize that at the moment. I was like, well, maybe that's her given name. I thought maybe she was calling her by her like middle name now.
What name did MDLD call her?
Let me see. I
Was
have
it
it.
the Fowler?
Me.
Because that's the name the suit was in, and her mom would have known all of that stuff.
I wonder. I mean,
Interesting.
I would
Anyway, her mom blew up her spot.
Yeah, and I think her mom, like her mom can't be any better. I mean, I don't know. I feel like Monica's biggest crime is that she just, she had the affair, but I think she wanted to be loved.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Her husband was hot. I saw the picture of him. I mean, that's not everything,
Well,
but
that means that other guy had to be even hotter, or
I
it was
wonder.
what we just talked about. Maybe her
Yeah,
husband was emotionally unavailable
great.
in a
And
way that this other dude was.
because the other dude was married to the sister of the husband, so they must
Mm-hmm.
have had some. They were probably emotionally void. Because I mean, honestly, like
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if I was going to cheat, it would be like what you said, like when you were saying, like my husband says he's a provider, but I get
Mm-hmm.
no emotion. He's just, and I feel extremely grateful to have him.
Right.
I also don't. You know me. I'm extremely emotional. Like I need
Right.
him to kiss me, love me, like, and he does.
Right.
But like it would be an emotional thing if I cheated, and I feel like that's worse.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wouldn't,
Mm-hmm.
but like I do struggle with it. But like I could see how she probably she was lacking love. You know what I mean? She didn't have her
Yeah.
dad, so she was,
Right.
that emotional connection. I don't. He just like
And
Jen
the,
on OC said her husband came out and said, "Look, I emotionally abandoned her. I'm not.
yeah.
It's all my fault."
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's
And,
probably
and that's the thing, like that's where it starts for women. Everybody always says, my whole decades of living, what
yeah.
that women, when we have sex, it's an emotional thing,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Men are hit
Absolutely.
it and quit it. You can put a
Yes.
bag on a hole and they're
Yes.
hitting it, loving it. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
women, you
Yeah.
have to have said something. You have to have done something to make us emotionally want to give you
Mm-hmm.
what we're doing. That's how it used to
Yeah.
be. Now, a lot of people these days, hey, there's 304s in the 305 of the Florida, and there's a whole lot of that going on. And
Yeah.
people are just hooking up to hook up because that's also a thing. But
Yeah.
many women of a certain age, like a Monica, like
Yeah.
a Lisa, like a
Yeah.
me, like
Me.
a Krista, like you once
Yeah.
you learn yourself, you
Yeah.
do decide that, hey, maybe I shouldn't just be giving this whole to everybody.
Yeah.
And then you enjoy an emotional connection because then you can nut better. Because sometimes you can't even bust one good if your
When your head's going.
emotions aren't there
Nope.
to the point where you're not able to like be present.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like
I know
sometimes you can
exactly what
just
you
go
mean.
through the motions, but
Yes.
you're not
Yeah.
feeling it in your
Mm,
spot. And
yeah.
that emotional connection allows you to feel it in your spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like when you're
Anyway, I'm sorry,
like
y'all.
no, but like when you're no, seriously, when you have like when you're not like you don't have that connection, but you're like something happened and it's not resolved. And my head's just like I can't have sex. Like we're going through the motions, but I'm thinking about this motherfucker. We didn't even talk about this fucking shit yet. Like this motherfucker,
Yeah.
right? You know what I mean? So I would like. I mean, it's rarely ever happened, but this is like George is like I walk in a room and it gets hard. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
look at the guy and go I want to fuck this shit. Like I don't. I just don't.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's hot guys out there, but I don't look and be like, oh, I want to have sex with him. I just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
back in the day, it was like looking for love in all the wrong places. I don't know, but like, I
Mm-hmm.
know what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
Emotional connection has to be.
Yeah, and that was a good day too. That was good. But now I like my emotional connection
Yeah, I
with
had a
my
ball in my
husband.
20s.
Yeah, and we have to just be willing to
Yeah.
accept that that's part of maturing, is
Yep.
willing to go beyond a quick wham bam because we're worth more than that, and we know about soul ties and all that other
Yep.
stuff. You know what I mean?
I would have
So
never gotten married to my husband if I was going to be. You know what I mean? I had fun in my 20s. I
look,
got
Shay B, I'm going deep like I like my husband too. Look,
I was going to say something. I was like, yeah. Um, yeah. I don't know. I feel like Monica. I don't know why everybody's like. I don't know if social media. I'm watching social media is against her, but I don't get it. I don't get it because I mean we know that her mother and her are damaged, right? Even if we don't even blame either one, I don't think
right.
the therapy really isn't about one person's wrong and the other person's wrong,
Mm-mm.
or somebody's wrong and somebody's right. Like if you guys can't communicate for this many years, let somebody else teach you how to explain to her what you mean and you explain to her what she
Mhm.
means because you're not hearing each other when you're doing it that way. They're not
Right.
hearing each other. It's not working. It's just not working. So I know that they said they tried therapy like a long time ago, but and even if the mother is a fake bitch and she wants to be a housewife, fake it, go to therapy. the only way you're gonna get on now is if you pretend to love your daughter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I think people out
But
here,
she would have to do that well,
yeah,
and she would have to, you know what? Like, she would have to really be emotionally strong to freaking continue that, because she seems kind of up and down and a little manic. You
I do.
cannot stay one way or the other very long. That's what I'm noticing about LD.
Yeah, because Monica, she's like, she wants to freak out. She's, you know, I see when she freaked out that day, but like she knows her triggers. And the mother, I mean, how do you go from crying to motherfucker in 3 minutes to your daughter?
Right.
So you
And
have
that
to get
scene to be in public in those restaurants in front of
oh
all
my
those strangers
God.
doing
Yeah.
that. And then I heard some freaking people in the blogs were saying, oh, Monica coached her children to now be afraid of the grandmother, but I don't think that's the case. Kids
No.
are pretty honest, and anything those kids are expressing, that was real. When they were having a fun moment with their grandma, that was real, because kids can get over it, right? But
Right.
then when they see the grandma traumatize their mother, and then of course they're going to be on their mom's side.
And it's
It doesn't even take a coach.
and it's going to give them anxiety to even have the mother around because they're on edge the whole time. Monica and her mother are
Yeah.
not, you know what I mean? I know that when my
Oh,
dad,
thank you. I just got a
dad
call.
never got with his brothers, and I
Yeah.
would have anxiety when my
Oh,
uncles,
okay. Thanks, Hubs.
you know, I knew, like, you know, I don't know. The daughters all got really, they visibly got nervous when the mother.
They did. They really did. They had a real reaction, and I don't think that could have been coached.
No, and
Like,
it's like, what now? All of a sudden, it's like we can find a million other things wrong with Meredith's life, with Lisa's life, with Heather's life, with, you know what I mean? Why are we picking on poor Monica, who literally tried to take, you know, like, it was like trying to work for Jen, got screwed over, didn't get paid. Then the girl's a criminal. She gets on the show, and I know that Bravo hired Monica and Angie as a big FU to Jen Shaw, definitely.
yeah.
I don't see how people think it's to bring Jen Shaw back. No, they don't want Jen Shaw back, and they would have had Coach on here. It's
I feel like their real problem with Monica, she's not an Angie.
right.
Angie is an ass kisser.
Yeah,
Angie kisses ass with her weird lip thing going on.
Ozempic lip.
And it's like her lip doesn't touch right there, and it's
Creepy.
distracting.
Yeah,
It's creepy, right? It's
it's
almost like
offensive.
she did. I wonder if she went to Beauty Lab and they poked her, and now it's paralyzed right there. I don't know, allegedly. I don't
Allegedly,
know.
yeah.
But
It's like,
that's the kind of stuff that can happen from getting injections, is your lip won't move no more, you guys. And that's what happens on her lip right there. And she's like, "Oh, Monica, well, I got you this book. I got you this book, Monica." And
I was like, he stays calm because her face can't move. And no wonder I just sitting there like
exactly.
stern faced. I was like, oh, she can
That
keep her
was pure
temperature pretty
terror.
well.
Yeah. But
Ozempic, you know.
Monica, she's spicy, and she
I
doesn't hold her
really think
tongue.
I feel like she's from New Jersey. I honestly do.
She is very about her business, and I love it. And
Yeah.
they can't stand it. They thought she was going to get on the show and cower to them,
No.
or respect a pecking order or something like that, and she doesn't. She's Monica. She owns her space. She
Yep.
doesn't care if you don't like the space that she's owning. She's
Nope.
going to tell you. She's going to do back to you what you do to her just as much.
Yep.
And they are not equipped to get back what they dish out. That's what their problem is. It's a problem when Mary decided to do something back after all the attacks they did on her. And now
Yep.
it's the same problem with Monica after all of these little nitpicky things they're doing with Monica. Now, when she has something to say back, then that's a problem. No, it's their pattern, you guys. These three specifically, Lisa, Whitlow,
Whitlow.
and and Heather, all have a history now
They're like besties.
of doing this mean girl attack thing.
I know.
And then if the person talks back, then that person's the problem. And oh, poor me. And that's what they're doing.
You see, like Whitney, Lisa, and Heather, like we're like the besties are getting together. I was
Yeah.
like, you guys are not besties. I'm like, this is
And they're boring.
comical. Yeah,
Mm.
Whitney's just Whitney only made, first of all, Whitney makes no sense having a jewelry line and her thing, whatever you want to do, lady. But
She's just trying to be like Meredith.
Yeah, she's crazy. She wanted to have dusty. She just wants dusty jewelry. That's all.
But I mean, like I said earlier on my thing about I'm all about self-discovery. That's not my knock with Whitney. My thing with Whitney is that it kind of seems like she does what other people do and doesn't respect what other people do though. But she does what other people do. So like this jewelry line, but she talks smack about Meredith's jewelry line. So why would you do that if you have one too? You know, there's enough to go around.
And
Maybe they're insecure.
That's why Meredith and none of them showed up to her thing. Like, it was only Lisa was the only one that showed up. Lisa, Angie, and Monica. And I just think I thought Monica, Angie, and Mary should have been like a good threesome to get together. But I realized Mary's just there to tell everybody to F off and get them to apologize, and then I think she's done. I don't think she's coming.
Yeah.
I mean,
and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But I need her to do it longer. Like this 5 minutes I got in this scene with Mary. I would have liked if she had another scene with Lisa later and told Lisa about herself too.
I think she still has her makeup line. Is it a makeup line? What is it? What Wild Rose Beauty? I think she still has it. I just think she added jewelry now.
Well, why doesn't she talk about, like, you know, some housewives, they get their stuff out there and then they talk about it every season. And then like LaDawn, Karen Huger is always talking about LaDawn everything.
Exactly.
And then over on Candy, Candy's always talking about all the stuff she does. In New York, we're still talking about Sonia's toaster oven. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just not sure, like, why when you do get a brand going, why you wouldn't keep mentioning it unless the brand isn't doing that good.
Especially if you got to give Bravo 10%. You might as well, like, I mean, come on, it would be everywhere. Like, I wonder if it's probably not doing well because he had to go back to work anyway. And it seems like she's always home. I don't know if she's not working. I don't know. She says she's working full time, but she's making breakfast on a Tuesday morning. She's making bacon and eggs for the kids. It's like skinny girl.
Yeah, and skinny girl. The Bethany clause started it all.
Man, she sold that. Yeah, the Bethany clause. Like the Bethany clause, you literally have to pay Bravo 10% or something like that. I think
because she didn't. That's the thing. She didn't have to pay. They didn't think to introduce that into the contracts until after Bethany got away with it, and she did not go back and re-sign. She was smart.
Yeah. I haven't checked anything lately, what she's up to, but I mean, I guess she's still screaming and yelling. But
yeah.
I mean,
well, that article did a lot to kind of
shut her up.
But yeah, I don't know. Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen.
I know. I'm like, because I don't even know where. And there's definitely room to talk about everything they claim and say. Everything there has to be some changes. Yeah. But I don't know where.
They're not going to change anything.
Yeah, I don't know.
As a matter of fact, they probably are like, oh, look, we got all this publicity. Like, I bet their viewership went up a lot after that article for people to go back and watch to see if what they said in the article was true. I bet it increased viewership.
That too.
Of like reruns.
And this is just my theory on Kim and Kroy now. Okay. Mm-hmm. Kim goes on that fucking show, right? She gets paid. Every time she gets paid, they get back together. Every time they have money, like she must get paid. They pay bills and stuff, so then they're not going to fight. Isn't it strange? Like they pay their bills, and all of a sudden they're out having a good time celebrating their anniversary. Then they run out of money.
Did they get the house paid off or something?
I don't know. She got paid. Probably not. They probably paid some bills, right? So they're all happy. They're going to run out of money, start fighting. She's going to start selling shit behind his back again. The cops are going to get called. It's nuts. Like all of a sudden they're back together now. And I'm like, because she got paid from that stupid show she just did. It's crazy to me. Like he's out of his mind. He's got to be just as bad as her because he's out there. He looks like he's hiding from the feds. Corey now has dark hair, his black hair, and a goatee.
Oh my God. He's a full-on ginger.
He's like crazy. He's got a goatee that's like almost like dark brown. It's definitely, it looks like he dyed it black. Okay.
I was wondering why those kids were redheads. He's a ginger, you guys.
He is. And he's
a dark
like,
ginger.
He looks like he's like on the run. It's weird. And they're like celebrating their anniversary, laughing and joking around out. I'm like, Get the. I'm like, this is nuts, guys. They got paid. They have some money now, so now they're not fighting over money because, like, now she even made the lawyer, the judge take the divorce away or something like that. I don't know, man.
Well, it says 4 days ago, Kim Zolciak added her married name back to her Twitter 2 days ago.
Look at the video of them celebrating. Look how crazy he looks. He looks
Oh my
crazy.
gosh.
I didn't even know it was him.
Right.
Who's this guy? Oh my
And
God.
Zolciak is 45 and he's only 38, you guys.
He's got time. He should just go. She's nuts. I don't know. I think he's just as nuts as her because he's just as toxic as her. But did you watch Beverly Hills yet or no?
Yes, I've watched all the Beverly Hills, so we could talk about it all.
I thought it was great. I can't stand Kyle. She's nuts.
Kyle's on my nerves. Erica's a fake.
Yeah.
Dorita's a fake.
Erica's skinny.
Yeah, that's so too skinny.
That confessional, she looks like a stick. A stick.
She looks like Skeletor. She looks like Skeletor in a pink latex dress with a wig.
Yes, that's what it looks like. I was like, listen, all the confessionals, the ones on Potomac are crazy. Karen looks like Big Bird. They're crazy. I don't know why they're wearing figure skater outfits.
Yes, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're being funnier and funnier.
I'm like, cover. Why are you on figure skating? Are you on a fuck? I'm like, Karen did it, and somebody else on Potomac. And then I'm watching Beverly Hills. Their freaking confessionals are hella looking nuts with Dorit and the Chanel earrings, and now you got Barbie with like a stick with Barbie head. Erica.
Oh, I cannot stand the Chanel, the channel confessional with that Chanel thing. I'm just like, take one. You know how those ladies used to say, take one thing off before you leave the house? Dorito needs to take like 5 things off before she leaves the house.
It's her. And then look, did you see Sutton? There's a scene of Sutton walking through the hotel lobby, and she looks like a bag of shit. She makes $300,000. She's so freaking rich. I guess she can wear ugly blue sneakers, a sweatshirt that looks like came out of Goodwill. I mean, I'm like, Eric is right about that one thing. We got to find some quirky, dorky guy that'll love Sutton because she is a whole package of something. Like, she is just out of her mind. I think that I love the fact that she rode the bull. I just think that we need to find her a quirky, dorky, quiet guy or something. I don't know.
You know how mad Kyle's going to be that her booty was jiggling on that bull when she sees that? She's going to go straight to the doctor and she's going to be like, can you get that off? Did you see this fat jiggle in this thing? Oh my God, there's still fat on me. I think she's going to be really upset about that. I thought it looked great. And I think that's why the bull man was making it bounce like that, was because, but I think she's going to be very upset that she had any jiggle.
I think the scenes with Dorit are funny. I'm like, Dorit, it's like watching Rachel and Ariana at the bar. It's like, because Dorit, I mean, Kyle's saying right to Dorit's face, this is what I think. Kyle's like, I see things very clearly. Dorit was kissing Mo's back last season. And I think, saw that, plus the Elsa Jean stuff that she's not talking about yet. She's starting to bring up the rumors. They're starting to show flashbacks of him. Now I'm telling you, now all the shit that we already know about Mauricio, well, that I've seen, now they're talking about it. Because now Mauricio's talking about it. Oh, it's the stuff in the magazine. The stuff in the magazine. Yeah, Elsa Jean, you're a fucking mistress. Brandy. I told you, Brandy's Elsa Jean's best friend. That's why they had Brandy's confessional going. What about Mo? I heard Mo's cheating. It's like all of it. And she's doing OnlyFans with the Elsa Jean chick. And I'm pretty sure she had a kid.
Yeah, she is really going through it. She's not telling anybody. Nope. But I also feel like she's being kind of on purpose, mysterious, like vague.
Well, because you know what? Because she knows. I don't know what it is. We're all gonna find out. I think she thinks it's cool to do the thing with Morgan, even though I believe it's her sister. But like, I think she thinks that this is cool. I don't know. Like, she's being a cool girl or something by being so, I see things so clearly. I'm going to the gym every morning. My best friend and my new sister that I'm going to act like I'm having an affair with. Because I think she's having a little hissy fit because she wasn't allowed to film his new show. I think that. And the fact that he's like, she sits there in the confessional, says that she would not be one of those ladies that would be okay with him having an affair. Like, and staying quiet about it. She's like, do I look like the kind of person Yeah, Kyle, you do. You look like a pussy. Sorry. You look like somebody that says, yeah, go have an affair. Because the stuff that he does is weird. Okay. The stuff he's into allegedly is very
Yeah.
strange. Kitty
Yeah,
cat
the
bowls.
Furby stuff,
Yeah,
allegedly.
kitty cat bowls and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
And
that's
then we talked last Friday,
yeah,
went back in our mental Rolodex about how many
yeah.
times has
Yep.
Kyle dressed up as a cat
Oh,
on
I
for
know.
costume parties, you guys.
I know.
Kyle's been a cat at least 3 to 5 times over the year. And
Yeah.
now to find out that Mauricio might have a Furby fetish, allegedly. Do you have an allegedly banner?
I
The,
wish I
to
did.
find out that she might have an alleged Furby thing going on.
Allegedly. But
Hmm.
I mean,
And
let's,
now,
yeah, yeah. I
mhm.
mean, like, and it's allegedly, it's like eating out of dog bowl. How do you spell allegedly? Right?
Oh,
Alleg-
Allegege, I don't know, allegedly.
EPLY. Okay.
Yeah, Ly. Alleged Ly. Yes.
Just alleged. I mean, I spelled it wrong, but guys, I'm from Jersey. What do you want? I
They
can never
get it.
right.
Allegedly.
Leg and I don't know. Listen,
Yeah.
allegedly, but listen, allegedly is really gross. And like, if he has that kind of fetish, I get. I know I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it. But like Kyle, listen, is it very convenient that they waited till filming to decide that she's going to have an affair, or she's going to not have an affair, a fake affair? She's going to fake leave him. I don't think that she's. They're definitely getting divorced, but I think it's he decided that he didn't care anymore. Like I said, I think he was doing his thing and it was okay, but now it's in her face, and I think he just lost respect for her because now he's like
Mhm.
smoking on he smoked on camera. Like, so he didn't care last season. He was acting like a fool. He does. She
Right.
said he just wants to go out and drink and do what he wants. It's like, oh, now that he wants to act like a housewife, Kyle. Now that you have him on board to be what housewives do, now you want to sit home and be and not do anything. Think about it. She's been doing what he's doing now this whole time. Going out
Right.
and drinking, go out and drinking. Maybe he
And
don't
that's why
like
I
her.
don't understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's fake. It's fake. It's fake. It's fake.
She
They
might as well
really
just
are
stay.
getting a divorce. That
Yes.
part is true. What's
Yes.
fake is her reasoning, all this little made up stuff. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, it has everything to do with, allegedly, like the banner says, the Nigerian prince.
That
And
too.
that whole suit that's about to bankrupt
Oh my God.
Mauricio because everything's in writing about what he did that broke his fiduciary responsibility to
Yeah.
his client in that real estate transaction.
And
He
that
was supposed
client,
to present the $40 million offer, which he did not. And
no.
he then was supposed to tell the seller that, oh,
Okay,
I couldn't sell your house, but I'm about to buy it, which he did not disclose. He was an interested party in the purchase. Those two things alone is enough for him to lose all of his little fiduciary contracts going forward. He's in trouble, you guys. They
And
see the seat that there he's in trouble.
that guy's
He's in
scary.
trouble.
It's not only that, that is a very scary guy to screw over. He's
Yeah,
apparently the most scary. He's one of the most dangerous men in the world. Allegedly, that guy, that prince, is very dangerous man.
he is.
You don't do things like that to that man. And Mo did.
Yeah.
And yeah, see, very dangerous man. I was like, oh wow,
So
there. What that
I'm
takes?
thinking that Shay B, that is exactly that's why she's pulling away from him. That's why they waited till the cameras are rolling
Of
so that
course,
it could be seen,
happens.
even in Nigeria, that they don't have to mess with Kyle. They need to deal with Mauricio.
He's in trouble.
And
Look,
that, I think, is what Kathy was talking about when when the reason, because remember in
yep.
Aspen, Mauricio was very nasty to Kathy Hilton.
Yes.
He was not a gracious host at all. And
No.
that's because he knows what he did to them.
Yes.
So that means we saw a different side of Mauricio that way.
Big
We are
time.
used to seeing Mauricio kind of happy-go-lucky high. But
Yes.
the way he was nasty to Kathy Hilton, a woman,
I
an
know.
older woman,
I know. Your sister's
lets us
sister.
know that there's a whole nother side to him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
So
Christ, he makes a lot of money. So why are you greedy like that? Like to get that greedy to
yeah.
put
To
yourself in that
chance.
Yes, over what?
Effing over that dictator's son or
Yeah.
that king's son or whatever it is. Like, that's crazy.
It is crazy. And I'd be like, no wonder she's crying and shit. I mean, look, I don't know what it is. Is it karma? I don't want to say karma because it's kind of a shame because he's got daughters and all. But I mean, it's
That's
like
what I was thinking, Mare. But the
she,
only way for her to get any money,
they
so she
did.
can get up there and act like she's what's the one in Ivanka Trump? She can get up there and act like she's Ivanka Trump and say, "Oh, I do not recall," or "I do not know,"
I do not recall.
or "I plead the
Yeah,
fifth," or
like
something when she's called to testify.
yeah,
But she'll still be the money will still be accessible if she divorces Mauricio allegedly prior to the case with this guy getting finished. Then
yeah,
she will be able to have access to assets
yep,
prior to them being ordered to be paid or frozen or whatever they are to
yep,
the guy that he ripped off allegedly. You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it would be in her interest to stay married so she doesn't have to testify, but she can pull an Ivanka Trump, get
Mm-hmm.
away with the money, and then her kids at least are going to get the legacy that they've been working on building for her kids.
I
But if
think
she
they already took.
stays, then
Yeah,
their assets are attached to the case. You
they
see what I'm
already
saying? That's what my thinking is.
they already took out all the money. They already cashed out all the equity of the house they're in. Somebody did. One of them, they did it for something.
Mm.
Either one paid the, they took out, I think, $500,000 on that one house, and I think they cashed out all the equity, a cash out refi.
Mhm.
So one of them paid the other one off, or I don't know, maybe she took.
Something. They're
Yeah,
playing merry-go-round with the money. They're gonna do that. What's that thing with the cards, the three-card money? You don't know which hand is it in.
I
Which
know.
hand is it in? They're making major moves right now.
Like Juan
And
Dixon
part
and
of it is this whole storyline. I agree also with this.
yeah,
I loved Mauricio. He was one of my fave house husbands
he was nice.
until this just, I don't care. You guys, I'm 420 friendly,
Yeah,
and that wasn't funny to me. That was
no.
not funny to me.
What context
And
would it be funny, dude?
yeah, well, how was that
Yeah,
funny?
he said
And
I didn't
then,
have context. Well, what context makes it funny? Nothing.
well, I guess in the context of when you're stealing houses from Nigerians, that was real funny to have that kid get cussed out. Like, hey, you're stealing money from Nigerian sons, so laughing at the next son, you're just gonna, that's just your character now.
It was like $40 million or some shit. Like it was like 40 million he made or something. I was like,
Yeah, it was
and
a
even if
crazy
he
thing.
pays the guy back, it's not the point. It's the principle, and that's
It's
how
the principalities involved.
the guy's not
Because
going to.
now it's been years since that Nigerian has been out of money. He could have used that money to go buy an island or whatever, but he didn't even get the money. He ended up selling it to him at a fire sale price,
Yep.
like below asking, because he left it on the market so long. He's like, oh, this thing isn't moving. And then they finally bought it at a discount. The man had just got offered $40 million. It was only 32 million they was asking, 8 million over the price. That he could have been done had his money.
I know. And it's like, yeah, like Portia, what if PK said like tried to sleep with Farah, or like somebody told Portia, yeah, like PK cursed out Portia, like how would that be funny? That they're the same age, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if somebody like Erica trying to sleep with Garcelle's son, I mean that's
Yeah.
literally like PK trying to sleep with Farah.
Well, that's like, remember when Tamara got so upset when Gretchen supposedly propositioned her son and was found in the garage kissing, playing spin the bottle
Yeah.
with her son or
Wait.
whatever?
Yeah. Wait. Yeah.
They were very upset about that.
Yeah.
They
And
were they
Gina's.
were very upset at Gretchen for a long time for getting
Mhm.
after they got her panty wasted drunk, and then she was
Yes.
flirting with
Yes.
the son.
And that I think Gina Kia's son too. The baseball player, the Gina from
Yep,
yeah, like I think it was her and somebody else too. Her and
yep. They were
yeah,
very upset.
yeah. They were like, yeah, naked
And
wasted.
those kids were older.
Yes,
Then Jax was
of
only
age.
14 when this happened. Oh, but no, Oliver was older. Oliver was
Well,
what, 20
Oliver's
something?
Sarah's age, and
Yeah,
Portia is Jax's age.
yeah,
So it's turn it around and see how he likes it.
yep.
Like seriously, and PK is definitely not fucking with Mauricio anymore. Like
Yeah, the bromance is over. I wonder what happened.
what happened? The show, fucking that's Mauricio stole the show and got PK out of it. He blocked PK from that show that he's doing. That's why
Oh,
PK.
the Netflix show?
Yes, that's why PK has his own show, but it's over in I guess
Wait,
it's called, yes, PK has an entire show just like Mauricio's, but it's called something of buying big mansions, or and it's either
no
airing here.
way.
Yes, he's who completely.
On Netflix?
I don't know if it's on Netflix yet, but it's airing in the UK. So PK was supposed to be on the deal with Mauricio, but Mauricio screwed him out of it. Yes, and that's why
No way. See how he just screws people?
yes,
No
he screwed.
way.
He said the PK screw. I guess somehow he just said like I guess he just took the deal and ran. So that's why PK has his own show, the same exact kind of show, calling Buying Big Mansions or something like that. So that's why this is the beginning of the end of them, because he's been shading Mauricio, and I couldn't believe he had lunch with him or dinner. Like, no, I was shocked because PK was like, telling, they're both talking about getting divorces. So they both know what each other did, because I guarantee you there's a girl in the car when PK got that DWI, because why the fuck would you call Mauricio of all people?
Right? Why didn't you
So
call your
I
wife?
guarantee they gotta be, look, we're not friends anymore. You're gonna keep your fucking mouth shut, right? You're gonna keep your fucking mouth shut, right? Okay, we're not. Yeah, Dana knows all. Yeah, that's where I get it from, Freddie and Dana. Dana brings receipts too, and it's like, it's just, I mean, it's think about it, like, why the fuck did he not call Dorit when he got that DWI? So now watch
exactly.
that. Dorit's kissing Mauricio's back all weird and shit, like. That's weird. There's other videos of them. He said that Dorit would be the next housewife he would have sex with. Like, I mean,
that was weird.
He definitely stuck it in her once or twice. Definitely. I think it was, and that's it, because you can't have a relationship. You know what I mean? To me, if they did that, they're disgusting. They're like, that's even worse. Like, I feel like, this whole thing with PK wasn't there for me, and Mauricio definitely wasn't there for you, Kyle, because he's always been with Elsa. He's been with Elsa for a long ass time. He's trying to get her, like, he got her in Glamour magazine and shit. And then he's out here screwing the dance partner, I think. Oh, it's crazy. But PK is not. PK was like, yo, wow, man, you did it to the Hiltons, and now you did it to me. Well, not the Hiltons.
Right? So it seems like he just lets people get close and then screws them.
I don't know. I think he's just a piece of shit. Yeah. Like, I think he's really fucks people over. I guess it's crazy. I mean, it's a friendship too. Like, I guess maybe, like, I don't know why.
Dorito's getting a new show. That's it. She doesn't deserve a new show.
To Dorito? What the fuck is she?
Yeah, she gets to be in the show with him in the UK.
Oh, she does? Well, that would piss off.
Yeah.
Think about it. Risa wasn't allowed to have Kyle. I think.
And Boy George is in it. Here, I'm sending it to you.
I like Boy George.
You like him too.
Let
me see. Will it go to you? Whose side are you on? Oh, it didn't attach. Darn.
That's okay. I'll just sing.
Yeah, here, let me see.
I'm trying to get Dana. This is what I'm trying to get Dana to do for me. Because I literally, she needs to come on and do a live with me, because she never has. She does them with everybody else except me. We talk daily in DMs and all that crap, right? Yes, and
$25,000.
Yes, Dana. That Dana, right? She does it with everybody else, but listen, but she wants to have it as something like, I don't know.
Selling super houses is what it's called. Selling super houses.
Yeah. I want her, because she has so much information. She has so much stuff. She has all of the stuff that we're talking about, and then she has the whole pot of tea, like, every week, like 3 times a week she's talking, right? But I don't like to tell everything, because it's like she gets money. But I said, how about, this is my proposition. I didn't ask her yet, but I told her I had to ask her. Once a month, I said, we'll do a live, and then we'll take like the couple of the biggest stories of that month and talk about them live, because she always keeps them in Patreon, and maybe that'll, like, get people to go on her Patreon, and that'll be something her and I can do, because she always makes it like a thing. Like with Freddie, it has to be about like the Beverly Hills Housewives, because he's like really good with that. I don't know, but yeah, $25,000 Dana. The one nobody likes that Dana for some reason. I don't understand. I mean, the show is so long ago. She's a really good, literally a way better podcaster than anything. She knows everything. I mean, and it's not like she just tells you. She has receipts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I send you stuff. Like, I send you some of the really good stuff. I sent you a couple of really good things.
You did. I was like, no.
How about that Taylor? Did you listen to the Taylor Armstrong one?
Yeah, that was so sad.
Wasn't that like gut wrenching to hear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like, whoa.
I know. What
No
was he?
wonder she's so
I know. And that's
fractured.
why I
That
swear.
explains
Yes,
her whole reunion look.
that's why I sent that to you, because I'm like, now if you watch it, if you hear that and you understand what maybe she might have done, or what role being on the show played, and whatever happened to him, how it happened, it definitely brought light to him. And I feel like she drinks because she has to look at her daughter every day in the eyes.
Mhm.
Imagine getting pilled up and drinking like that, and then what the daughter has to listen to. That's just what we had to listen to. Imagine going home every night like that, and the daughter sits
Right.
having to hear what Taylor's got to say, not making any sense, blah blah. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Taylor needs some help, man. Because listening to that, like, they're opening up another investigation into his death. That's crazy. Listen, the cops say all the time there's no such thing as coincidences. There's no way that Sebastian's back. There's no way that
Hey,
there's no way that. How long were you there, bud? I didn't even see.
good thing we're long-winded.
I know.
No, I was only here for a minute, so.
Okay. I forget what I was saying, but I feel like that explains a lot. They're opening up that investigation again. Him and his partner both. No, that's too coincidental for me. There's no such thing as coincidence anyway. Yeah. So, like, Russell Armstrong commits suicide, and apparently 2 days later, unalive, his partner unalives himself as well. I feel like the sister's right. They call it a murder now, actually. But that's a lot. I mean, I know it's crazy. Like, I get very, I try not. I mean, I don't want to like argue for her on her behalf, but it just makes sense because she's such a good podcaster. Like, she has to make money. She has a son who's getting ready to go to college. But
I feel bad for her.
Huh?
I feel bad for her. I feel as if, like, I wouldn't be shocked if. Actually, let me not finish that sentence, but I feel bad for her.
What were you gonna say?
For Dana?
Mm-hmm.
People, I mean, it's like somebody they get one podcast for with somebody, or and like that apparently allegedly, that person, basically took half of your career, her platform, half of people left her. Like, I don't know,
What?
drag, like they do. It's crazy. To me, like, that hurts my soul for anybody to argue about anybody argue with each other. The way I don't
I'm
think
just like,
that's you know.
this to you guys.
I love you
Just
guys.
remember there's enough to go around. That's like,
No,
it's so bizarre that people would want to
it is.
like try to control what you can do with your YouTube time.
Right,
Follow this
right,
person, don't follow
right.
that person.
We're
Like, it's so bizarre.
we're not a cult. We're not. We don't have to all
Yeah.
agree. Could you imagine? We're not cult people. Could you imagine if we all had to agree with each other? Like, what fun would that be? Listen, we all have different perspectives. Thank God, because everybody has a different outlook. So when we're on here and we have different opinions about each person, that is, that means everybody that watching hopefully can understand your side. You know what I mean? If we were
Mm-hmm.
all up here and agreeing with each other, that would be boring. And nobody would ever see another perspective of somebody else's opinion. You know what I mean? Or like
Right.
the way I see Monica or the way Sebastian sees her, like that helps everybody, like the people watching, you know what I mean? Like, they're not all going to agree with me, but they'll agree with you. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, I don't want people to come on here and be like, oh, they only have one, they're all one sided and that's it,
Yeah.
Like,
I saw, hey, people are right about me in these YouTube streets. Sometimes I say stuff just to be contrary. I will. If everybody's saying one thing, I'll try to find the other thing to talk about because we all can't agree.
well, listen, yeah, because not everybody's going to agree with us. It doesn't, I like, and also in the chat too. Thank God everybody's respectful to each other. I feel like,
Yeah. We do not all have to agree. Imagine how freaking boring the world would be if we all had the same recipe for
right.
pizza. If
Or
we
if
all had, could you imagine? Well,
that would be
unless the original recipe came from, somebody that could cook. How bland that shit could be.
Corey's here.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
Maybe
know who
I'll have
did
to
it.
put that in the DM. I don't want to say that out loud. It's
Well,
really
put it in the private too, because I don't know.
okay. Yeah,
I don't
just don't
know.
say it out loud because I don't want that. Because I have a hard time understanding what that person's doing, and I love that person, so I don't want to. It
Yeah,
was just very heartwork. It was heart wrenching to see.
right. Yeah,
But
it's just that's too far. Don't mess with people's
I
coins
mean, coins,
and
big time.
kids.
I
Coins,
was
kids,
shocked.
and coins and kids at this point.
It was behind the scenes too, or allegedly. I don't know. So anyway, guys, what's up, Corey and Sebastian? We were talking about Beverly Hills.
It's not Nigeria for the 50,000th time. It's
I wonder.
Lord have
It's
mercy.
Equatorial
Sebastian.
Guinea.
Oh, the Equatorial Guineans are not the ones you want to mess with. They got money.
Yeah, that's even worse.
I thought I'd say,
and it's not. And he's not paying it to the dictator. He's paying it to the U.S. government.
Is he actually paying it back? Or?
He has to. They're going to take him to court.
So why?
Because they have sanctions against Equatorial Guinea.
But will he get his money, or will it go to the state?
It's not going to the dictator. It's going to the U.S. government.
But that's crazy.
Because he broke sanctions.
Thank you, Larry.
And then whatever left will go to the people of Equatorial Guinea, which probably won't happen because
no, I don't think the U.S. has sanctions against Equatorial Guinea. The UK does.
We have sanctions against them buying U.S. property and land, Sebastian. That's why he's in trouble.
It sounds like Chinese. I was listening the first time you explained like a while ago, and I know what you said. I know it was extremely. What he did was just really.
And that's sanctions, Sebastian. Stop playing semantics.
So wait a minute. So he does that, and he breaks all kinds of like
international laws
and stuff, right? Lending laws. But he's also breaking government laws too, right? Like federal laws too. Like, okay.
He's breaking laws of real estate.
Supposed to own the house?
No.
Yeah, how can he own anything? Doesn't he have like liens or something? That wouldn't he have liens against all his like?
Is he what are you guys talking about?
Are you talking about Mauricio?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mauricio by real estate laws, he can't buy the house the way he did it.
Right.
He has a fiduciary, like you said before, to let the man know I sold this above asking price, because that's what he did.
But is he allowed now? But why this is all going on and he's not getting in trouble? Is he allowed to now? Is he still allowed to own his company? Is he still allowed to make?
How's he? It hasn't gotten to that part yet.
Okay.
Yeah, it hasn't gotten that part yet.
He has so many businesses. How is he even allowed to do anything? He should have his license revoked for now, right?
He should. As a broker, his broker's license.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how can he open up all kinds of other? It's crazy. Like, over one. I mean, to me, I understand what he did was wrong. It was a lot of money, but like, I mean,
and Kathy and Rick Hilton aren't innocent as Curves.
Oh yeah,
but thinks they are. If he hadn't left Hilton and Highland, he wouldn't have nowhere near the amount of money that he has now.
That's what I mean. I know.
Because Kathy does not want any of her sisters to be above her. Period. Not even Kim.
I mean, they can't though. I mean, they're not though either. Actually, really,
they can never go above.
But
Kathy's
she doesn't.
level.
That's why.
Yeah, they won't get there.
That's why she pushed Nikki to marry a Rothschild.
Oh God, that's scary. Yeah, that gets into some stuff that I don't. That's where I go. That's where I feel like I can't even dive into that side because I know what that's about. Like that's where I get really freaked the fuck out because I'm like, then that just brings me to Kyle, and I'm like, okay, does she also subscribe to that, or is that why she's not on? That's why she's so afraid of Kathy.
That's why she's afraid of Kathy.
Okay, it makes sense now.
Yeah. Kyle,
so was it the son Todori? What's his name? Todoro or
yes, Todoro. Yes.
Okay, so Todoro is the son.
He used to date Portia.
What?
On RLP?
Yeah, is that the Equatorial?
He's 81.
Whoa.
The son, not the father. The son. Okay. He's a junior.
Wait. Oh, okay. Oh my God.
He's 55.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, now he's 55, but back then he dated Portia.
They don't show me his face though. I can't see his face.
Portia from Portia, not Portia on the show. Portia from Atlanta.
Yeah, Portia
Williams.
Yes. And he bought her Rolls Royce. He bought her all kinds of Hermes bags and stuff.
Wow.
And Tamala, the girl,
I know
the actress Tamala
Mann.
No. Tamala. Oh God, I just had her name. She just did it. I think so. I think that's her last name. She
Didn't
did
say
an
that he
interview.
was innocent.
Yeah, she's a family friend, and his father sent her to Portia to repossess her Rolls Royce
Oh,
and whatever else he bought her
oh shoot.
with country money.
What did she do? Break up with him or like?
Oh,
Why did he?
Pamela is the one that broke up Portia
Oh,
and the
oh,
guy,
oh,
because
oh,
that's what the father
okay.
said.
Oh,
The father said, "Break it up and bring me my S."
okay.
Yep.
These people are not. I mean, these are scary people here.
Yes, very much so.
I don't
Yeah,
know why the
crazy.
hell.
His sister was just arrested not too long ago.
Would you say, Sebastian? What were you saying?
Did you guys know that the dictatorship in Equatorial Guinea, did you know they have close ties to Kim Jong-un in North Korea?
Mhm.
Like they have good relationships with each other.
Mhm.
And I think
Really?
the sister, yeah, and I think
Mhm.
one of them was raised in North Korea because they were good friends. Their parents were good
Mhm.
friends. The sister especially, she was raised in North Korea because she was good friends with
Oh,
Kim
so that's why we
Jong-un's
have sanctions
sister.
on him, because they deal
She
with
was good
North
friends
Mhm.
with
Korea.
Kim Jong-un's sister and his mother, so they would always spend time there all the time.
Where?
Wow. Do
Where
they
do you
have a
think?
they have
Where do you think Paris
the
built?
what you call the consulate, one of those offices there?
Where do you think
You
Paris
know
came from?
Where
who?
what came from?
Paris Hilton's baby came from? Do you think
I don't
like
know where that head came from.
that's
Um,
freaking me out?
it could be her egg. I don't know.
That's weird, right?
She can't carry
Like
children. That's why she was never able to get
Yeah,
pregnant.
she's
that's I
like,
hear
he has a big brain. He looks like Megamind.
Mm.
I don't even. I'm afraid to even pull them up. I don't even like look at anything about them anymore. It's too freaking me out. I can't. I know. I
Well,
mean, it's like I need once you know too much. Once you know, it's like you can't unknow. You can't unread things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
did he leave
Once
her?
you're down the rabbit hole, you just kind of like.
Is Paris Hilton a single mom?
No,
No.
she's married.
Yeah, she's married to somebody kind of normal. I think. I don't know. Maybe his family's connected to
Very
I
them.
think
rich.
his baby mama came out.
Oh, look at that.
I never even watched. See, I liked Kathy on the show because she was goofy, funny until it got to last season when that just got real crazy with
The
like
Sprinter van was too confusing. It
it
was
was
just too
crazy. Yeah,
confusing.
you
I don't
definitely
like Kathy because I know who Kathy is.
right, but there's
I
no
like
doubt in my
Kathy.
mind that there's no doubt in my mind there was definitely
You ain't
cameras.
gonna like her when you know who she is.
And I didn't say that Kathy was innocent. I said that Kathy said that that's probably one of the things she was talking about. I didn't say they were innocent at all.
But that's
Me
I
why
said
he's
too.
that
mad because
he
he wants.
sold the people and took some clients, and that's why they was
Yeah,
mad.
because
Well, I mean, he probably learns from the best,
And that
he
now
wants.
we see that he has a thing where he takes the thing, he took it from PK, he took it from over there.
The PK stuff too, right?
Yeah.
Corey? Yeah, like
The show with him and PK in the UK didn't work because it whoever they were trying to sell the show to didn't buy it.
they didn't want them together, right, or something, didn't they?
They like the two together.
And then some
They
reason
rather have PK because he's known and not Mauricio.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, is he going to go to jail? Or no?
No. Freddie at Reality Diamond would know.
I know
Yes,
he's
he
really
would.
good.
He's in Dubai right now.
No, he's not. He's back.
He's back.
Yeah, but he's probably jet lagged and stuff because he's
Yeah,
very
I'm trying to get. I keep asking him what time will be good for him, and so I can figure it out. Like I will do it. So because I definitely keep asking him, but I keep at the times I'm on, he's definitely usually working, but he was awake too. But like he goes with on Dana's lives. He's really good. He spills a lot of good stuff. He explains. They explain a lot of stuff that I'm like, oh my god, they're the ones that were telling me about Tommy Senior, Erica's ex, and I was like, oh my god, that makes sense to me now. Erica
knows a lot about PK.
Huh?
What's
Yeah.
He knows a lot of dirt about
Jane's
PK.
ex?
What happened?
Erica Jane's ex, Tommy?
Yes, Tommy's sons. Yeah, the son that we thought was like I thought he was just stand-up cop or something that didn't fuck with his crazy mom. Apparently, he's like his dad. Not allegedly. It's true. His dad's all a big wig in Vegas, and she has been running with him for years. And Tom Girardi was allegedly funneling money through him. So when he croaks or die, I don't know whatever was happening. I guess so she would have the money, and then he got crazy and was starting to shit himself. So they're like, oh, now he's crazy and shit himself. Now we're going to get caught. We got to, when he was at the bottom of the cliff, happenstance that he was just off the cliff. Why? She didn't think anybody. She left him there. She never told a soul that he was unconscious for 6 hours. No. My husband, who's 85 years old, who's pooping himself, allegedly. Now, allegedly, right? And he's a conservative, but he's at the cliff. Nobody, she says not a word. She wanted him to be unalive because he's the only one that can implicate her and Tom Sr., right? He's the middleman with them, so you always get rid of him. Well, not really. It just happened that he just got old and started pooping himself, and now he just is walking around with holes in his shirt and black eyes and telling people to F off, and it's just crazy to me. She's saying now that did you hear that the last year of her marriage was what? At first it was amazing. Now she doesn't know why she's mad. I don't know. She doesn't make any motherfucking sense. I don't know why she left him, because she didn't know that he was crazy. Remember, she didn't know he was a thief.
Well, they're still married. She can't divorce him.
She can divorce him. Why can't she divorce him?
She's his conservator.
No, his brother, as I thought.
His brother is a conservator.
She left him, and we don't know why. It wasn't. She at least stay with him for sickness.
She left him so she could try to get to the freaking money.
We know, according to her,
it's all about the money.
According to her, she didn't find out to the day after she filed for divorce.
She's a liar. We already know she's a freaking liar.
So, Erica, why did you fucking leave him then? Because obviously you didn't know he's a crook, right? Okay, because we know why. I mean, everybody's gonna argue with whether she knew or not. Obviously, she knew. She knew there was no more money left. So what the fuck else she gonna leave? She got Tommy Sr. Tom Sr. The money that whatever was going there.
Yeah,
she's obviously thinks that receiving stolen property is fun. That you're allowed to take it and do what you want with it. And it's yours. The whole life that you lived, Erica, was not yours. That when in my world, when you receive stolen property, that's a felony. You have to give it back.
Oh, I swear, go to Oakland, receive stolen property on film.
Oh,
do it for seasons.
Years.
See what happens to you.
In my world, that's a felony. You go to jail for first, and then if you don't give it back, whether you knew or not, it does not matter. If you receive stolen property, whether you knew or not, you have to pay it back. It's a felony if not. So why she thinks that it's fun to laugh and cry? Oh, I'm poor now, and oh, I can't do what I used to do. I wish I could. You fucking had a free life. That was never your life, Erica. You never did shit for that life. You're a housewife. You make $900 million, $1,000 a year. To me, that's a lot of effing fucking money. There's a lot of people
that is
less than that.
Is.
People live off way less than that, right? So what are you fucking complaining, bitch? You had a fucking free life for a very fucking long time. You cost him money. He stole for you. You received the stolen property. Apparently, you don't have to give it back in your world. I don't fucking know. But you laugh about it. Now you're crying about it. You're still doing it. And now you're spending the money that you're making. I don't know why the fuck you're still on our TV, but I can't stand it. Now you're making money, and I don't understand why you're still here. We don't know why you divorced him, because you didn't know he was a thief until the day after you divorced him. So sickness and health, that doesn't matter. Rich or poor, that don't fucking matter. He's sick. She needs him the most now. She's not there. She's like, oh, I love him. No, I don't. I talk to him. Then I don't talk to him. I don't know how I feel. I love him. I hate him. It's like, at one time he yelled at her. One time we saw that, right? Like, he was pooping himself. Of course he was angry. Remember? He's 85. He's going to be angry. I don't know why. I mean, like, he's going to get caught. I mean, obviously, COVID probably helped a little bit, pushed that a little, made it a little happen a little bit quicker because the court system, But it's insane to me that she didn't tell anybody that he was at the bottom of a fucking cliff for 6 hours, unfucking conscious. He's 85, and you didn't tell anyone. To me, you don't care. You wanted him dead.
You want him dead.
Why not? He's worth more dead to her, right? Probably. If he dies, it all goes on him. I think everything lands on him probably because he's not there to defend himself. We can't do it anyway because the day after, apparently, and then all of a sudden he's a conservatorship too. She's dropping him off at work, or I don't know, something. And the next week he shit himself and he's got to have a conservatorship. It blows my fucking mind. But again, nobody says shit about him being. And then the fact that, like, I don't know what else that she did so much crap. It's so crazy. Her husband, so a burglary happens. The burglar punches Tom in the eye, gets a black eye. They call her son, who's not on duty cop, to come and take care of it. Something happens. The earrings go missing in that burglary, but nobody calls the actual police. He gets in a snowstorm allegedly, and where was it, Potomac or somewhere? Pasadena snowstorm, the big Pasadena snowstorm of 2019. He happens to just be in it and flips his car, but that doesn't even make. I don't know why that. Why you trying to unalive him too? I don't understand. Nobody questions that either. We don't know how Tom got out of the fucking cliff. We don't know where the car is. Where's the tow truck driver? I want to talk to the tow truck driver. It's just crazy, but nobody's going, Erica, isn't it like a crime? It's kind of like a crime, isn't it? When somebody's like dying or like did not report it and he's like could be dying. Is that like a crime? Like, sorry, I had to just go on that rant for a minute. Anybody's thoughts?
I can see that.
I mean, am I making any sense at all? It just makes
you are.
It just sounds very creepy when you say it out loud. Like she said some
crazy when you say it out loud.
She said some crazy things on camera about this. And we're just like, oh, she was on pills and drinking. But it's true. He actually did flip his car. She really did leave him. Or not, she didn't leave him. I don't know. However, he woke up and said, I've been here for 6 hours. I don't know why. And she's like, oh, okay. Don't tell the hospital. Okay, Tom. Like, he probably had a concussion, Erica. And like, she says that he stopped hugging her and stuff. Like, we saw him crying, and they were like literally when she was going to Chicago, the season prior to this, they're sitting at a dinner table, and she's crying and thanking him for the entire life she was received, and how she's finally made it to Chicago. She's on Chicago. This is it. Thank you so much. Thank you for my life. I respect you. We're eating dinner. I don't fucking know what happens after that. He goes to his life, and she goes and does her life. Well, it's not a secret. We know that she didn't have intimacy with him, but like, I'm pretty sure he wasn't very, she could probably take him if she had to. Like, she said she was afraid of him. I'm like, and then apparently they argued for the last year of their relationship over what? Because he was dying or because he was sick, because he was pooping himself, Erica? What were you arguing about? Why did you leave him? It's like, are we getting to where she's going to tell us why she left him? Because I can't believe they keep showing scenes of like her contradicting everything that she says about their relationship. It's obvious why she left him. They ran out of money. She didn't care. Stay rich at any cost. That was for her. Mm-hmm. She has no emotions. We didn't care about that. We didn't hear about Christmas. Now all of a sudden she cares about fucking Christmas. Since when? Since fucking when, Erica? When have you ever talked about your life and been like, oh, like I have any emotion?
And now she's trying to be the good Catholic, y'all. She's trying to have.
Oh my God! I didn't even know she was Catholic.
What? It's like,
I only thought she put crosses in her.
Is she going to start now caring about the fact that she has victims, that she's spending their money? So is she going to start to care then about that? Because listen, we should never care about shit in our life anyway. So why the fuck would she care about them, right? She didn't care about anything else. So why would she care about the victims? She's not going to care about the victims. She doesn't even know what empathy means. She had to ask what empathy meant. So if you can't care about your friends, you're definitely not going to care about these poor people that this man stole from. And me, you're really a victim, Erica. You're a victim of his shit too. Because I'm sure he sold her a fucking, sold her that life. And then before you know it, she finds out he's a fucking thief. And he probably promised her the whole time, I'll make sure they get paid, honey. I'm sure they'll get paid. Don't worry. They'll get paid, blah, 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 blah.
But didn't the first wife say
yes,
that's what was going on?
Divorce decree. So, he steals and he thinks it's funny. She wrote it in the goddamn divorce papers.
So that means it's public knowledge. So that means Erica knew, because what the judge told me when I went to court is that just because I didn't read the law, because it was available for me to read, meant that ignorance was no excuse to break the law.
That is the truth. Ignorance of the law is no excuse to break the law.
Knowingly
written for you to go investigate.
You don't even have to prove that she knew. It doesn't have to know. She actually received the stolen property. It is actually stolen money. We don't know what the difference between what he made and what, who knows? He apparently didn't keep great. But how in the motherfuck did the goddamn state of California? I don't get it, like Lrga, where you live. How in the world did he get away with this for so long? How? I don't want to hear, he had this one in his pocket. How many corrupt motherfuckers had this? How many dicks is he
He had judges in his pocket.
How many dicks is he sucking?
It's because, I have my theories on that, and I hate them. I hate all my theories on Level 8 about that. And, okay, so he was so rich. And he used so much of the money, allegedly, I'm glad that banner's up, that he was able to spread it around enough to get away with it for as long as he got away.
That's
Yeah,
a
a
lot
lot
of
of
like lying
money,
motherfuckers, right? That's a lot
money
of people that have to be
corrupts.
corrupt.
Yes.
Think about it. It's a lot of
Yes.
people. For him to get away with it, a lot of people, he's got, I want to know what dicks he sucked, what times, dates. I want to know what their sizes. I want to know everything because these
Yeah.
people had to have known. There's no way that the goddamn bar that knew about this guy. These poor people are never going to get their money. It blows my
Right.
effing mind how he got away with it. And then Erica
Right.
sits there and she's just like on camera spending the goddamn money. The wife of the man who did this, right? Listen, somebody else was on camera. Somebody else, like, what happened? I think it was somebody, another franchise is literally like felt so bad that her husband stole money. She's like literally giving these people money. I forget
Right.
what it was, maybe Miami or something. And I was like, holy shit, that's the difference. This one knows that her husband did all this. And she's like literally everything she gained, she gives to the people.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think it's Miami. Which one are you talking about?
I forget. Yeah, I just saw it and I said, Jesus, Erica, like, you're not selling us on shit. Like, I don't believe this whole, like, you want to try to act all great. You don't believe at your age now, this is the year that you, all of a sudden, you care about people at your
Right.
age? No.
Right.
Just be
Now
who
she
you
goes
are.
to church. She goes to mass now, y'all.
Wild. Lent? Like, why don't you care? Like,
It's crazy.
it's kind of funny. If you don't have empathy, it's great. It's fine. You don't have to. That's on you. But like when you have like victims that you can't, like, I don't know how the state of California is okay with this freaking guy who all the shit that they did, and the stuff with Tommy
Mhm.
Senior is even crazier.
Mhm.
It just, to me, when I heard about that, I said, "Holy shit, that's why she left him at the bottom of the cliff." Because he's the only one that
California
can
is
tell
called
us.
California for a reason. That C, those definitely means corruption.
Like
That
I
is
said,
one of the most.
Jay Simpson, everybody's like, "Oh, she's not
The
convicted."
C stands for cool, Sebastian.
What do you say?
The
I
C
love
stands
it.
for
No, it
cool.
stands for corruption.
It's crazy.
No, it stands
So
for
many
cool.
ish happens
It's like
there.
in Florida, like with like I'm like, listen, oh, she's has convicted in a court of law. Listen, the moral courts have convicted her. Bravo Court of Morals have convicted her. She's done everything morally wrong. And it's probably almost criminal at this point. If you leave an old man who's 85 who allegedly is pooping himself, he's so sick. He's so sick that he can't even go to court. But you're going to tell me that it's okay to leave him at the bottom of the cliff or not tell anybody that he was unconscious for 6 fucking hours? He's 85 and he's pooping his pants. And he has a broken leg. They say he fell. And that's what everybody believes. Where's the car? Where's the guy? How'd they get out of the ditch? How the fuck did he get to the ditch to begin with? Did somebody fuck with his tires or something? Like, to me, I'm like, where's all the investigation? I gotta get Dana on this because everybody says I'm like crazy, and I'm just like, I will never let this go. She's already taken 20 years off my life. Thanksgiving will be 3 years. Like, it's like 3 years, and I'm still like freaking arguing with this. Like, I don't understand her. I'm still arguing. I'm saying the same thing. I'm repeating myself over and over and over about her, and it's like all coming true now. Everything I thought's coming true.
Yeah.
I'm like, there had to be a reason. I mean, listen, she probably thought for a long time he's probably better off dead than her. You know what I mean? Because he is a crook. He did tell her, you know what I mean? He is going to probably leave her in the dust and have to leave her hanging with all the shit, like he already is. So I'm sure, look, if you put yourself in her shoes and if you're thinking like Erica, yeah, I'm going to do all the stuff that I just said I think happened. Probably. Conveniently, he was at the bottom of the cliff. That's just convenient happenstance. That was just a happy coincidence for her. And like, you know what I mean? Like, and it just happened that her son's a cop and like, he just has this, that was crazy. That was like, everybody doesn't even question the whole snowstorm story. I looked it up. It hadn't snowed since like 2016. And this was in 2019. And I think it snowed last season. I saw it snowed like a little while ago in Pasadena. And I just laughed. I was like, oh, Erica's validated. I said, why? Because it's to me, look, California, I would love to come live there. I probably was there in a past life. I get very like emotionally attached to like the shows that are there. So I probably lived there at one point. But like I just can't believe that the state of California, the bar, like all these people, there couldn't have been that many motherfuckers. Like, I mean, really, like,
yeah. In order for the California bar to disbar him, they need solid evidence.
They had complaints.
And if you're
that they didn't investigate, the thing.
That's what I mean.
If you are paying off judges, if you are paying off police officers,
that's a lot of people.
How can the bar get the evidence?
He wasn't even
the people they would go to for the evidence.
Oh, it's so good.
Has been greased. How can they disbar him?
I don't know. Somebody that actually isn't corrupt at the bar says, "Oh, look at these corrupt people that are in my." Somebody's got to say, "Hey."
Exactly. And what
that
had happened was
40 years.
The police chief in California was
Look
ousted,
at, like,
and a new one was
Chicago,
there.
I mean, it's crazy. There's
You
gotta
know,
be
the one that was on TV. You know, they had met him out at
Yeah.
lunch or whatever.
Yeah.
He was ousted.
To me, I'm like, okay, well, like, okay,
And
that's
a
people, but
and
like,
a lot of people in positions that he had greased were either voted out of office or ousted. That's how all of this came down the pipe.
it's, I mean, after 40 years though, like,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Exactly.
It's crazy. I wouldn't trust. I don't even know. Like, that's what I said. Like, I would never. If they're going to commit a crime, I might as well do it in California. But like,
Well,
like,
yeah.
That part.
The
It's like,
LAPD is
scared to live there.
one of the world's most corrupt.
But there's
Mostly
police
Next to
department.
Chicago and New York.
yeah, like, but like,
And
I mean, I live
Chicago
next
and
to
New
Camden,
York.
New
Yes,
Jersey.
but
Like,
it's above those two. The
Nah,
LAPD is above those two.
they just defund
no.
the police over
Yes.
here. Mhm.
It is. It's above those two.
Yeah, but
According
just me,
to
like,
according
I
to
don't know,
dissent
man.
decrees.
I think that people
According
knew.
to the sense of creeds.
No, dissent decree by DOJ, dissent decrees. You know, when a corrupt police department is invaded by the DOJ, that's what they give you to fix whatever you're doing wrong. And
then
we're third, and Baltimore is the third one.
Number 1 is New York. Number 2 is Miami. Number 3 is Chicago. Number 4 is Los Angeles. Number 5 is homie. I don't even know where that is. Number 6 is Philadelphia. Number 7 is Baltimore.
Yes,
It's bad over here. Philly is bad.
yes.
I don't like. I didn't even go to the. I didn't even want to go to.
Ooh, I'm so glad Oakland didn't make it.
Well, I went to Luann had her Luann's show, whatever she had at the live at the casino. I wouldn't even go. I got the tickets and I realized where it was. I was scared to even. I'm scared to even go anywhere. It's
Really? For Luann's thing?
Yes, she had it at the casino, in the live casino, but where it's at the location is far in Philly. It's awful. It's carjacking. It's everything. It's bad. People are crazy. And I've never been scared. I've never been scared to go anywhere here. Like, I live next to Camden. I've never been scared to go anywhere until just.
Wait, you live next to where?
Camden, New Jersey.
Oh.
Yeah, it's. I mean, if you know Patterson and Camden, they're like the two worst.
Yeah, that's very. Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, it's like I could walk there from here, but I mean, like, you know, it's crazy because the stuff that's happening there runs through my town. I should never say where I live, but runs through my town, and it makes us, you know, it's bad. Like, it's really bad. Drugs are really bad around here. But now it's more like it's just there. Everybody's, by the time the highway runs through here, so you know, everybody's getting, the cops are getting chased. Everybody's coming through here, and they use this as like a cut through. And it's crazy. Like, yeah, there's like, it's all, every day there's something happening. Every day. It's crazy. I mean, like, my husband, when he gets out of work, I get nervous when he walks out to his car to go. Like, it's crazy. Carjacking is everywhere. Yeah. It's crazy. Philly Diva picked me up. She knows where I live. Philly Diva picked me up when we went to New York. She knows where I'm at. And Corey, you probably know where I'm at too, a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Me and Brendan said we were going to come down in the summer.
I know. You're really
the summer or the spring. We might come down in the spring. As soon as you're in full bloom, let us know.
I will.
Because you know he loves gardens.
I know.
I think Newsom might be running for president, you guys.
You think?
He could win.
Yeah. And even Biden is walking around talking about, yeah, I think he could have the job I'm running for.
I have a
contract. Because he kept saying he still had work left to do in California. That's why he didn't.
Well, I don't want him to go anywhere for sure, because they want a Republican over here really bad, and then it'd be all kind of shitty.
I don't want to say anything about positive. We had an idiot. Somehow an idiot got to become president. So I mean,
I know
we had 2 idiots, but at least one little smart.
Oh God, this one's half dead. I don't know. I mean, I don't think we really need him. But I have a contractor coming, and I can't remember what time. I think it's 2:30. So
okay.
I know.
Okay, all right. Well, thanks for having me.
No, I love you.
Yeah,
guys.
and I missed you guys.
Yeah.
Fridays are my.
I need to go back and do Miami later. Nobody's done
Are you?
Miami yet. I'm gonna do Miami, but I have to go take maybe I'll do it now. We're supposed to push off to go see the play Peter Pan at 1 my time.
Is Dorit in it? Isn't Dorit in that?
Yeah, so maybe I'll
Community theater?
It's gonna be at a university.
Where's
the university is putting on a musical thing.
Oh, cool.
And they gave us tickets, but I thought it was a
the
movie.
boys are gonna love it.
Well,
I've seen Peter Pan on stage. They're gonna love it.
Yeah, I mean, I loved it, but yeah, they don't think they like plays yet. I'm like,
they'll love this one because there's a lot of audience participation in it.
I love I love going to musicals. I love musicals.
Me too. I love
I know. I missed it too. Like I loved when it started up again. That's why I like in the Marion Theater. Like we see the Marion Theater, but I hate. It's scary to even go over there.
I would love to see the new
You should go to
the
one.
new release of The Wiz, but I'm not giving Candy my money.
You know what, Lrga and everybody was over our way. We should definitely one day go to the Rockettes at Christmas time.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that would be so
that
fun.
would be
Oh my God.
nice.
I
A
always
trip to
wanted
New
to do
York,
that.
the Rockettes at this show. Sebastian, I don't know how far away you are, but like
Oh no, I'm too far.
you're too far. Oh, I'm telling you, the Rockettes. That is a good time in New York.
I've been to the Rockettes. I've been to Radio City.
That's what is Radio City Music Hall. I've never been there, and I'm like not that
I've been
far.
there twice actually.
Aaron.
Really? How
Mhm.
cool. I haven't been there. That
They're
seems
so,
fun.
it's so beautiful. Like, oh,
I keep forgetting. I know what I keep forgetting to tell everybody to hit the notification bell. That's why I can't get people don't get notified. I'm like, why are people not? I'm getting some subscribers, but nobody's coming to the live. I never tell anybody to hit the notification bell. Everybody, please, like everybody, not you guys, but like I guess everybody who watches the replay or whoever, hit the notification bell so you guys get like new subscribers. You guys get the notifications to know when I go live because they don't
Yeah,
find
for
out till like later on. And I'm like, why is that happening? I realize I never say that. I just say subscribe, like, and share.
Yeah, make sure you hit the notification bell.
Yes.
You hit all.
Because I was shadowed.
not
Yes.
personalized. All.
All. Yeah.
Yes, all. And Sebastian,
It's all to get any, actually.
it's so crazy. Like I
It's
don't
weird.
know. And I don't know if it's I stopped cursing until like an hour later. And I mean, I don't know. I feel like I don't know if people get notified yet, but like on Twitter and Facebook, I wish it would transfer over, but anyway. But everybody's channels that's up on here on the panel. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you. Love
I will
you.
definitely
Thank
link it in the
you.
description.
Love you, Aaron.
Love you, Aaron. Thank you for everything for sharing.
See
Aaron's
you.
probably linked everything in there, but I will link Sebastian. I don't know if you want to do Lola Lane, but you're always on here.
Everybody.
Everybody, yeah, you can find Corey everywhere and Lrga. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys so much, and thank you.
Love
Sebastian,
you too.
I'm so glad
Mwah,
Sebastian.
mwah, mwah.
I love this, guys. All right, I'm
Are
gonna
you
end.
gonna give me the name of the whoever?
What was it again? Remind me what I have to do.
The
Remind me.
name of whoever's
Yes.
making.
Yeah, okay, thank you for reminding. That's if my brain does not work.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talk to you guys later. Have an excellent
Okay.
Friday,
Bye.
everybody.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, guys. Everybody that's still watching, on the Whose Side Are You On side, can you guys hit the follow button on Whose Side Are You On podcast side? Is what I'm trying to say on Apple and Spotify, please. If you have not rated it, please rate me 5 stars. You do not have to listen to the episode again. All you have to do is download it. It'd be nice if you listen to it, but anyway, that helps with the podcast side because it's always on here free. You guys can watch me live, the crazy. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I will be here with the panel. I will try to make sure you guys hit the notification bell. I will definitely be here between 12 and 30. And I love you all. It's Friday, right? So what else we have to talk about? That's it. I think I'll be back on Monday. But I'm going to check out everybody else's lives too. So I will see you guys in the chat. And all the new subscribers, please hit the notification bell because I keep forgetting to say that. Okay. Aaron, I love you. Thank you for that. And everybody that's in the chat, I will also make sure I put a description as well. I always go back and do that. Also, I linked Dana Wilkie's Patreon in my descriptions too, because some of the information I give you, most of it comes from her. And you can get her YouTube channel. It's yeah, you can find her Dana Wilkie's Patreon. It's not Deca Dish anymore. It's Dishing Drama with Dana on YouTube and Instagram and all that stuff. So, and Lrga, I love you guys. Everyone, Aaron, everyone. We've been doing this. Like, I just realized Thanksgiving will be 3 years since Erica filed for divorce. It's the first time I talked to Zach Peter about Erica, and I'm still arguing the other side, and he argues the other side. But I don't know, it's so funny. I look high as hell. All right, guys, I gotta go. I gotta stop saying this shit. Goodbye. Shit, I can't end my stream. I gotta get some eye drops, don't I? Woo. It won't end. I think we talked about everything, right? That's good. I'm trying to end. It's not working. You guys, this stupid thing. And stream. I gotta pee too. This is crazy. It's not letting me click it. But oh, thank you, Aaron, for doing Dana's thing for me. I see that you did that. I didn't know if you would, but I appreciate it. And stream. Yeah.